safe. Like, I really don't care. Like,
well, that's what submission is. That's what submission is that you.
Down that I think everybody is at some point deserving to receive love and to be even into marriage if they do aspire for marriage.
I believe that society shapes how we view things and how we look at things in our life.
Make your own bed. That's basically what Kevin Samuels is saying. His delivery is what people kind of throws people off. But basically,
aggressive or like violent, like where I think toxic masculinity is
no offense to men, that they also get this idea that, you know, women are just going to take care of them and everything is going to be like easy.
A domestic violence shelter, and he brought her up to be, you know, a $25,000.
Hell yeah, you need to judge in dating. It is what it is. You know, you can't not judge people just because you feel bad about it. Like, you need to know.
As much as I love my daughter, there are some harsh realities and some things that her mother and I teach her in order to help her to understand.
Like, I'm sure everyone knows a woman that, you know, had sex for days. All the
What's going on? Welcome back to CKQ Podcast. I am your host, Clement, and before we get on to the show with... Do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button to more content like this. Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we go live. We have real conversations with real people and real talk. But nevertheless, I didn't even get my soundboard. I'm sorry. We got Danielle.
Hi, I'm Danielle. You can find me on Instagram at Fly Nurse Mom Wife or on YouTube at My Sister's Keeper.
We got Chris.
hello, I'm Chris. You guys can find me on YouTube at The Blooming Ebony and also on Instagram at The Blooming Ebony.
Last but not least, we got John.
Hey, it's John, aka Black Wall Street. You can find me on YouTube and on Instagram at behavioral_consultant, or on YouTube at Black Wall Street Trading LLC. So just hit me up.
Awesome. So we got our panelists set. I do want to start this off a little differently, though. We're going to start off first with a quick reaction video. That's how we're going to start off. That's going to be the theme of tonight. So do me a favor. If you can mute your mics. All right. Fair use.
Oh, you have a man problem?
I have several man problems.
You cannot sound like you don't have a man problem. Hold on. Me talk, Cassandra. Hold on one moment. You see, you're going proper. And sometimes the man them want a lady in the street and a freak in the sheet. You understand? So you can't go on proper. This is an adult program we're dealing with, right?
Can you give me a chance?
Yeah, I'll give you a chance. Talk up to me because me dainty. Talk up.
I am saying that I have had several problems over the years. I'm not able to keep them. I could always attract them, but I cannot keep them.
Wow.
So, do you have any kind of explanation as to why this is happening? I'd like some advice from you, please.
Well, me can't tell you, because you're too uptown, you're too store-shus. I'm going to tell you, so the man,
why you keep saying that, ma'am? I didn't call her for that. I called her for some advice. I don't call her for
I'm giving you advice as how to keep your man. Me never lose a man yet, you know. Any man me left, them and them left me. You understand? All
You
right.
have to be like that now. You really have to
Trust me,
talk
if you
about
want to
that?
hold on upon the man, you have to be like that. Who want freak? The man them want freak. Me not say you can't be ladylike, you know. You can't be ladylike. But when you get into the bedroom, you fling away all of that. Because that the man them want. When them in the bed, I say, go road, go look feet. That's why you always get bun. Them not stay with you. What you look like?
I'm pretty attractive.
You're pretty attractive. Lord, me love all attractive now work, me love. Because sometimes all of the ugly girl, them you just bag the face and the man them just face. Me
You
tell
know
him,
what? Your attitude seems to me like you ugly.
oh
You
no,
must be
no,
a very
darling, no,
ugly
no,
person.
no,
You must be
no.
ugly.
Why you don't want to come call me ugly?
You're
No
ugly,
man, no blood
because
clot
your
bag
attitude
my
is ugly.
pussy clot face, my love. No man never bag my pussy clot face. You know what a bomb clot you come call ugly.
Okay, so she seemed extremely happy about that conversation. So that's why I want to start off the question. It doesn't matter what you say, it's how you say it. It doesn't matter what you say, it's how you say it. Danielle.
I agree.
No matter, so as true as everything that she was saying is.
I don't know that woman to say that she was a prude. I don't know her. She spoke proper. That don't mean that she wasn't no freak. If I went by what my brother said them be the freaks. I don't know. No, I don't mess with women to know. I have no idea, but I don't know.
She couldn't have just left it at that, though. I mean, what was the problem with her just kind of taking that advice? Typically when people get annoyed at something, isn't there a bit of truth to it?
The hit dog holler?
Yes.
Maybe. That's what they say.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this saying. I think you listen to what they're saying. It's not necessarily how they say it. You have to get past that at some point, I think. When it comes to growth, I don't think that you should be that emotional. If the advice doesn't apply to you, just smile and nod and move on, But if it does, then take it for what it is. But I don't think that people should have to watch their tone just because it may hurt somebody's feelings, or you shouldn't take good advice just because you didn't like how it was delivered. And if you don't want the advice, deal with it on your own. If you don't like how people say things, try and do it on your own, or get a therapist who does care about your feelings. Or who you pay to care about your feelings. I don't know if they actually care.
Some do, some don't.
I would say probably a decent don't, right? Well, I mean, we'll get the doctor in on this. Dr. Kennedy.
Hey, listen, I would say how you deliver it is how how you deliver it means a lot. Like how you come across. It does matter. I'm mixed. You feel me? Like, for instance, I might say, "Bitch, don't go out there." Or who you calling, and then your ass get hit by what the fuck I was telling you don't go out there for, because you worried on the bitch. You heard me say bitch, and that's all you heard. You ain't hear to go out there. I gave you good advice that could have saved your life, but all you focused on was the one. So who was right there? Should I deliver it in a better way? Or
if you're giving good advice, if you're giving an anesthetic, if you're giving something to help them, if they don't want to receive it just because of how it's packaged, how could that still be your fault, though?
I mean, because you have to be able to communicate. Like you have to be able to communicate because if you want somebody to receive what you're saying, then it needs to be delivered in a tone that's receivable. It's like I could throw a dart as the quarterback, or I could throw that bitch sideways. If he doesn't catch it, I didn't deliver it right. So we were both, that's me. It's my job to deliver it right. So I didn't do my job. So they didn't receive the message. They didn't receive the ball. A ball thrown football thrown sideways is harder to catch. It's hard as fuck to catch. It's a duck. It's hard to catch. I know I'm using a sport metaphor, but I'm big in sports. And that's true. It's hard to catch because you're not taught to catch like this. You're taught to catch like this with both hands. Right. So in order for you to catch it like that, you're not taught to catch some shit that's sideways like this. It's a spiral. It comes in like this. It fits right in your hands. So if you want them to really receive that message, then you need to deliver it the right way. You can't
unless you don't care.
Unless you don't care. Or you could be too emotional. If you're too emotional, if you know you're a real emotional person, then you might need to back off this conversation.
As the person delivering the message?
Yeah. And you got to know your person. You got to know who you're talking to. You got to know your audience. This is what we're talking about. It's just basic speech one-on-one. You have to know your audience. You got to know what tone you're going to use. You need to know the way I talk on here. I don't talk like this across all domains. I promise you, I don't. It just depends on who is my audience. Do I want to be funny in the way that I want to be funny? Do I want to be serious? Do I want to use words that you need letters and you need vowels and consonants and about 10 or 11, 12 letters in length? Or do I want to break it down and just keep it simple? Like, what's my audience? Like, if this was a podcast at a school campus, then we'd be having a whole different type of conversation. So it's all about tone. Who's your audience? How are they going to receive the message? You can't receive what you don't understand. So, that applies in relationships. Because you can get a couple going around in a circle. You understand what I'm saying? Because one can't communicate well. And they both saying the same thing. You ain't never seen two people arguing, and they so emotional that they both saying the same thing, like the exact same thing. But they're so emotional, they don't hear it. They don't hear it. They're saying the same thing.
Yeah, they don't even want to hear it. They're so quick. They want to respond. They want to respond. All they're thinking about is a response.
Because immediately anything that come out your mouth, dude can say, "All right, bitch, you got it. You won. You right. I'm my bad. I'm sorry." And another thing, he just said, "You right. I got it." But the delivery, because the way he said it back, that made her go in again though, because it could be interpreted he's being facetious. That he just saying, another way of saying, shut up, whatever, you got it, yeah, whatever. It could be interpreted like that. But if he would have said, all right, you right, I'm sorry. Now that's a whole different tone is down, humble. She might have still did that, but I don't believe she would have.
Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, should you care? Like, I think you should care to a certain, like, your specific message cannot hit everyone. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can care as much as you want, but if that person just doesn't want to hear it the way you can cater it as much as you can, doesn't even matter. Should you even care? Like, if you're always trying to drop the truth to help someone the best as you can, should you always be thinking about, okay, how could I cater the message the best possible way to make it affect? Like, you know what I'm saying?
If I really cared that my message is received, then yes, I absolutely would care how it's delivered. I actually would take time to think about how I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say so I can be least offensive.
If you're trying to spark change, sometimes.
If nobody's hearing you, will they change?
No,
that's true. Yeah, I think if you're
only time I'm gonna speak in a regular tone where I'm not so catering to like how I'm sounding is if it's somebody I know personally, because that person who knows me personally know that I'm not being malicious.
Yeah,
and that I'm just really trying to give it to you how I'm viewing it. My friends who come to me for advice, if they start telling me something where I have to tell them something, I'm like, hey, like, you got to be strong to be my friend, because I'm going to give you real advice. I'm not about to be trying to cater to you. Like, I'm just going to tell you what it is, and you're going to have to hear it, or you're not going to hear it. And at that point, they already know, like, okay, Danielle, what you going to say?
Okay, so then I have another one. Then I have another similar situation. Do me a favor, mute your mics. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this guy, Tom Likas.
I have.
Yeah? Okay. Yeah. So this is him giving advice. Fair use, fair use.
I'm a nice guy, and I need to convert to being an a-hole.
Oh, okay. So what kinds of nice things do you do for women, Josh?
Just nice to them, compliment them, try and not make it seem like I'm...
Well, you never compliment a woman. Let's start with this, Josh. Never compliment a woman. You see, the more self-esteem a woman has, the more she says to herself, God, if this geek likes me, I can do better than this.
All right.
You never do that. You give women backhanded compliments.
Right, I've heard you talk about those many times.
Well, you need to start doing that. What are you giving women compliments for?
I don't know.
Clearly it hasn't worked, has it?
No, it has not.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, I've got a lot of good friends.
Oh, I bet you got a lot of friends, and they love to tell you about their boyfriends, the guys they're banging, the guys they used to bang, the guys they're thinking of banging, the guys in the office they think are hot.
Right.
Uh-huh. And it's never you, is it?
Right.
Right. So then you add on to the problem by telling these women, oh, I think you're so beautiful. I think you're just great.
That's pretty much it.
Oh, my God. No, you can't do that. You have to do what the other guys do. These female friends of yours, they ever complain about the guys who were jerks who they went out with?
All the time.
Yeah. Why do they go out with them? They had sex with these guys too, right?
Right.
Well, you have to become one of them and not one of you.
Johnny still there? I probably stepped away for a little bit. Chris, what do you think of that?
I disagree. So that's where it gets really hard. Is I think it depends. Some women I think do like men that are mean to them because they were taught to chase, or they were taught, I would say, not to chase. But doesn't really float my boat. I was taught to never want a man that doesn't want me. And if you give me a backhanded compliment, that means you don't want me. So yeah, but that advice is given to a lot of men, and I think that for the MGTOW men, the men going their own way, I think it works for them. But it's depressing. It's really sad to hear.
Depressing.
Yeah.
Real quick, shout out to everyone in the chat. Mr. Best in the World, shout out to you guys over there. Uncle Stu, thanks for stopping by. Honestly, guys, the link is in the description. If you have some time, feel free, hop in. If not, really appreciate you stopping by. And join the conversation if you can. But John, were you able to catch that?
Yeah, but what he was telling telling the dude, he told him the truth. I mean, he's saying it, but it's the way he gave it to him. It's not necessarily true.
What do you mean?
Like, okay, so look at the advice he gave him. He said, you never, ever, ever compliment. That's a lie. You do sometimes. You just got to know when to do it. And if you got experience with women, you'll know when to do it. It's just, you'll just know when you can do it. But for the most part, you know, it's all about with what he's talking about. And when I tell guys, like, if you wanna, like, if you're going after a certain girl, like a certain type of caliber woman, you understand? Like, if she a dime piece, and well, if she look really good, and you know you can tell that she look really good, then you need to find a flaw in her, or just compliment something that she wasn't expecting you to compliment, like an off compliment. Those are some really nice shoes, or your nails look great, and you know she expecting to hear how good she looked, right? That's what you can do. That, you understand what I'm saying?
Not a backhanded compliment like he was saying though.
I done did those before. Yeah, I would do a backhanded. I might do that is a backhand compliment for real, because she's not expecting me to. It's not really straightforward. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. You're not different. You're like every damn other simp out there that's them flat fell at her feet. So what makes you different? Now you got to measure up to all of them. But if you give her a backhand compliment like her shoes or some shit like, oh my God, what? Your earrings are nice. Wait, bitch, what? My earrings? Yeah. That's all you see? Oh no, I see you, but your earrings look, they stand out.
Those earrings is bomb.
Yeah, like what? And I mean, you do that to somebody that's got, because I mean, I've seen girls chase niggas around the club to do that. Like that's all you like. They really, it's a big deal to them. Now, should you go out on a date with her? Fuck no, no, not at all. Because it's all about what she looked like. It's all about looks. That's the biggest thing on her thing. Like that's all she care about. So no, see, you need somebody with some substance. But you at a nightclub trying to pick up girls, so it's not like you're gonna find it's not like you're gonna find your next wife in there. Yeah, can you do it? Yeah, but there's a chance that it's gonna be her. Doubt it.
I think the problem with advice like that is I understand what he's trying to do.
And the person he telling it to probably not gonna do it right.
The person, well, I get what he's trying to do, meaning like the person that if he was telling him to taper it down, like you said, oh, there's specific times and moments to compliment. How the hell is this kid gonna know that?
I swear. And listening to him talk, ain't no way he got experience. There's
exactly.
No
so that's why he's telling him like, listen, just go on the complete opposite spectrum. Go on the complete opposite end, because you'll understand that a lot easier than tempering it to that specific heat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I give advice based on the person. Like if I think you got the qualities and stuff to pull this off, I can coach you through it. But if you just don't even have, like, you just not the right, we're gonna do a different thing. We're gonna do something different with you. Because if you that dude, that man, I'm trying to be nice tonight, but you know what I'm saying, man. Like if you just don't have those qualities, bro. Yeah. The girl probably don't give a damn if you compliment or not compliment, even that you in this world, like that you even exist. If you that guy, we're not even gonna go there with you. I'm gonna teach you something. We can show you something else. We can put you over in the kiddie pool.
Teach you a card trick.
You up, get you a little confidence. You feel me? Get your little clothes right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Get you the little contacts or something, because you probably wearing.
Would you still recommend something like that though? Like all the advice that he was giving him, would that still be better than him just kind of doing his own thing? I mean, because like you were saying, the advice is not off.
No, it's not off.
But for some kid like him.
But if it was okay, let me just do it like this. If I were talking to that guy, based on what I could hear on my voice analysis and how he probably moves around in the world, I would teach him more how to be himself, because I think he'll be better off just being who he is than trying to be something he's not. Like it's not gonna come across genuine. It's gonna come across really awkward, and he may have some things that's awkward about him naturally that somebody is gonna like. You know what I mean? And I would encourage him, like, when he's looking to talk to a female, like certain ones to avoid, and then certain ones, go in for. I'm not telling him not to go for the gusto, but he needs to avoid girls who, because I don't never like to say a woman's out of anybody's league, because you don't know what that woman like based on what she looked like. I mean, I've seen people who look like they wouldn't talk to certain people, and then they do walk in. I'm like, what the hell? But, and then she love him, you know what I mean? But I would give him advice more based on like something he could probably pull off, something that that's going to be his natural self. Because if he can't pull off any of the like alpha traits or alpha movements and profiles and stuff, like, nah, brother, don't tell him nothing about that. Because he's going to look like something wrong with him. He been standing a certain way. You telling him, yeah, you need to stand like this. And he
out your chest.
Hey,
I'm just standing there all
nice
awkward.
earrings, bitch. Like, wait, what? Wow, what you call me? You weak. Damn girl been jumped on him and probably beat him up. I mean, you don't want to give the wrong guy that kind of advice. He don't do that. I wouldn't.
Danielle, what are you thinking? What do you think about all that great advice?
I was gonna agree with the Bloom Ebony. I don't like backhanded compliments. No, I wouldn't even say thank you to a backhanded compliment. No. But an offhand compliment, complimenting something about me rather than me, is still a compliment, and I would still accept that.
Do you see like the reason for it though? Why guys use it?
I don't know, because I don't court women. So I don't know what type of psychological games you guys need. Like, I have no clue about that. I've heard someone speak about it, so I know what they think. But from my own personal experience, I have not a clue.
Okay, that's fair. I can't ask more from that. You know what's funny? Someone was actually recently pointing that out. It's like women don't have game, but women can spot game, the best type of game, very quickly because they see it all day. They see from a young age. They see bad game. They see good game. They see great game, and guys like him need to. That's why he's given that advice, and obviously it's like it's not the greatest of advice, but it'll at least make him stand out from the nice guys, which is a bigger majority than the assholes.
I would say women definitely have game. We have game. We recognize game.
You recognize game. I wouldn't say that.
Yes. You have to have something to recognize it. You can't recognize something you don't know. It's just we don't need it. We're the one being courted.
So how do you know how could women even have? Okay, the level of game that women have is close to non-existent. How about that? So I'm not saying you guys don't have game.
The only type of man that will see a woman's game is a man that need to be played with. If you don't need to be played with,
the only man that would see a woman's game is a man that needs to be
played with.
So you're saying the level that he's at is high enough that she's gonna need to also.
She will do whatever to get there.
That's not a game then. Well, I guess it could be.
You just don't know what a woman's game is.
It could be a female game, but I don't know.
You don't know the woman's game. Okay, so like women, how like Steve Harvey came out with this book on like
90-day rule.
How to think like ain't no woman came out with no book like that. Ain't no woman gonna do that.
No, that was horrible advice.
Like a woman, ain't nobody about to tell you how to think like no woman.
That was horrible advice. That was probably one of the worst advice for women. That book was.
What I'm saying is, ain't no woman gonna even come out with something like that. The woman who got that game ain't trying to share it with another woman because that's her competition. Ain't nobody trying to share what they know. You're not gonna know. Only way you're gonna know is if you've experienced it and you're wise enough to recognize it. Otherwise, you will be saying women don't have game. Because
I was about to totally disagree with that. Women got the fucking most game, bro.
Women have game.
What?
Let me know.
Oh my God, what is that movie? What is that movie? How to Be a Player? The little pimp guy that was on there. And he was talking about how women need to be played with and stuff. Like, listen, it's okay, Clement. We don't have no game.
I'm standing on that.
You better watch Boomerang.
I'm standing on that.
You better watch Boomerang.
Boomerang?
Oh, Clement.
Yes, sir.
Like the cartoons?
No, sir. Go watch the movie Boomerang and you see some fucking game. Had that nigga looking at the phone, talking about some ring. Yeah, women got plenty of game, boy. Come on, bro. Women got game, the most game. Dudes, the average dude has no fucking game whatsoever. None. It's only select men that have game. And those men recognize the game from females because they got experience. You coming out there in this world, you done had 1 or 2 girlfriends, you finna get your ass fucked up. I'm just telling you. You finna get ran through with. She gonna smell you coming like Dave is over there, the green shirt. I'll be back, girl. I'm finna get a car note out this nigga. And you'll be like, I ain't gonna pay, I ain't gonna do nothing. 3 days later, so baby, do they take check? Do you need my credit card? What you need, baby? What you need?
Yeah, I mean, there are some suckers. There are some suckers, but I don't think
They're not suckers. They don't know.
They just don't see it.
They don't see
It
it.
make you feel good about it, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. A woman will bro. You'll be laying down with your back between her legs. She playing in your hair. Just cooked you some food or something. You understand? Maybe even bought you a watch. Get out the camera. But it's not going to equal up to what you just did. In your mind, this is boo. We having Cupcake Tuesday. In her mind, I done got this, and this, and she done invested 180, 200. You paying 500, 800. You see this? It's not in line.
But I mean, as a guy, you're coming in there, you're expecting to already do that, though. But
Nigga,
I mean,
if
you're not getting that,
bro.
If you're not getting anything out of it,
bro. I'm getting we clapping cheeks, bro. I ain't coming in paying all that.
No,
that's a wife shit. Quit treating a damn girl like she your wife. I ain't paying shit. Nothing.
If you're getting what you want out of her, you're getting that affection, if you're getting that love, if you're getting cheeks,
then
okay, why not?
I
don't think that's game.
Okay.
But why would you do that?
Do what?
Why don't you just
hire a prostitute? If I want something more with her,
right?
Yeah. If I see a future with her, if I'm actually attempting to court this woman.
We courting. We ain't there yet. We're not to finances yet. We're not there. We're just not there. There's too much I don't know about you. I'm attempting to court. That means you really don't know what she got.
What's the time frame that we're looking at here? What's the time frame that we're looking at here?
Marriage.
Okay.
Yep.
But
marriage.
I'm talking about where me and this girl, where me and this chick are in that moment in time. Are we talking it's like a week? Are we talking it's like a month?
A year.
Are we talking like a year, 3 years?
Yeah, a year.
Okay.
She can get a loan.
I would still say there's a specific amount you could still invest into her.
Yeah, 100, 200 here and there, 3.
Yeah, that's still understandable. No car note.
No, I'm talking about dates. I'm talking about on your dates, 400 or 500, maybe nice date. You know, real nice Valentine's or something.
I mean, that's like a.
I'm not paying no long-term commitment. I'm not doing that. I ain't coming off no payment. I am not doing it.
That's a birthday gift.
But that's how you get simped in, though. That's how you get sucked in. And what I'm trying to tell you, that's one of their games. I promise you.
The nice, sweet.
Bro, why you think women come to the club with no purse? It's too heavy.
I mean, they don't need to. They never need to because obviously guys want to fuck them.
Game.
So guys are going to give them anything they want.
Right, game. So if we had all the game,
I would
take your ass in there to a wallet and see. Take it with no wallet and see if you can get drunk. Maybe at a gay bar, that might work. But at a regular club, y'all both gonna be walletless and purseless, standing at the bar looking like, yeah, you want to buy me a drink? Bitch, you want to buy me a drink? No, okay. And she go to the next dude and yep, and you still sitting there. I'm so parched, and you just gonna be parched. Better ask the bartender for a glass of water. Hope she think you're cute.
Sparkling water, please.
Sparkling water, whatever is free, man. Yeah. I lost my wallet. You can get a sympathy drink with the law. I lost my wallet. Shit, or somebody stole it. I got mugged on the way in. Something. Women have the game. Women have the game. Promise. They got the game. And they got that. They work together real good. That's why they hard to cheat. You can get cheated on, and I'm talking about their friend. They have a network. They don't even have to know each other, and they just work together.
Yeah,
instant like this. They just know what to say.
Yeah, women always got each other's back.
Always, not us.
Always.
Not us.
Yeah.
We competing. Hell yeah, he cheating. I give you the girl phone number. She my best friend's cousin.
You think it's fucked up that okay. Do you think men should work together more though?
They ain't gonna happen, but yeah.
Because wouldn't it just make sense? Like if women are constantly trying to protect each other's back, and men are always trying to cut each other down at the knees every time, why wouldn't it just make sense for most guys to just work together? But yeah, okay. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome to CKQ Podcast. A lady's got no game, and that's what we're talking about because they don't. But we're not going to keep talking about that though.
Clement, you need to keep talking about it.
Okay.
You need
to mess around and trigger one of them, and they're gonna put it in the chat in the comments how much game they got.
No, I have to you should speak with this other guy over here on the panel privately to help you out a bit.
Okay.
Just a bit. Because you're awesome, Clement, and we don't need you out here simping. Okay? I don't want that for you.
Well,
that's
I could say
you ain't gonna simp, but he could get simp.
And you sound like you could. You sound like you could be right. Okay, I'm just trying to say. I'm not saying that I got game, but what I'm saying is, you sound like if a woman had game,
she'll get you.
She'll get you.
And I don't want you to be used, huh?
Like a fly in a fly trap.
And I'm not saying that I have game. I'm not saying that at all because I don't have no game, but. But what I'm saying is,
finesse. This is what you're trying to say. I could get finessed.
You could.
Okay. Touche. I'd say
that's the best help I can give you.
I'll accept it. Because it's because I like you.
Thank you.
All right.
Friends don't let friends drive simps.
What's that?
The one of the comments, man, said friends don't let friends simp. That was funny.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, real friends don't let friends simp. You better cry for that free drink. Bro, you know nobody, the world don't care about us, bro. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Women and children, that's it. And they use
and dogs.
And dogs. I care about y'all.
Bruh.
I swear.
It's
I care
fine,
about
it's
men.
fine.
Ask Chris, like everything that be on my page that I speak about be geared toward men.
Yeah.
Actually.
We got a few on the squad, but for the most part, nobody care about us, man.
Ebony don't care. You see, she just sat there and let you speak.
Ebony was like,
but I'm just trying.
I do care.
You heard she was like, a fly trap. This man's
but I can only help you so much because I'm still a female, and so I can't help you all the way. I can't.
Damn.
I can't do that.
I care about y'all, and in the same breath,
Cause I'm still a woman, but I care enough to. She didn't even let you know. She only gonna agree with me. She's about to just let you just be there like that. I'm like, hey.
You talking about me?
Yes.
Yes.
I got distracted by
Chris.
my sister
Yes,
has a puppy.
Chris.
I got distracted.
We talking about you, but see, I didn't let that just go past. I'm just letting you know, like, you know.
All right. Danielle, at least try to help me out. I see who my true friends are. Chris.
That's right.
I'll help you off camera. Magician never shares their tricks.
Wow. Like in public, I can't let women see me helping you. But I help you out.
No, they can know that I'm helping you. I just don't want everybody to know what women's game looks like.
Oh my goodness. That was funny.
Okay. Guys, we are going to move on to the next question of the night. Question to the panel. Should a man ever physically retaliate against a woman? Should a man ever physically retaliate against a woman, Danielle? Should a man ever physically retaliate against a woman?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So we're talking like a 4-2 chick going like just
Any
going
woman,
off at this dude.
Any woman that feels that they can physically hit a man needs some help understanding that they can't do that. I'm not saying that you got to smack them or punch them, but you could just shake them a little bit, you know?
Oh, so there's levels to the retaliation.
Absolutely.
So a guy can never retaliate to the level that she did. It could only be a little bit.
Your little bit is above that woman.
I thought it was that.
If a woman smacked you and you just shook the fuck out of her, like your cheek might hurt. But if you shook her good enough, she might see stars. You know what I'm saying? You don't really got to punch her or smack her. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, calm yourself down, young lady. Don't do that. I used to feel like a man shouldn't hit a woman, but nowadays these women's getting real reckless, right?
Oh, I got a video for you guys.
And ain't nobody checking them, right? And everybody ain't got no sister. So
that's what I'm saying. So a guy kind of has to he's got to have a sister, or he's got to retaliate just enough. Similar to how Tom Likas was giving that guy advice, and he was saying you got to be an asshole. He wasn't telling him, you got, be nice, be just enough compliments, just that perfect amount. He's like, no, don't be nice, be an asshole. But a guy always has to find that fine-tuned balance every single time. He can never retaliate.
I mean, you are stronger than a woman. You can't do exactly what she did because that would be just way more. If a woman smack you and you smack her back, your natural strength, leave a handprint, bust a lip, knock her down. It's not equal. You're not trying to beat her up. You want her to know, hey, pause. You're doing too much.
John, what are we talking? Let me hear you.
Yeah. You need to whoop them 2 or 3 times a week and twice on Sunday. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? Just wake up. Come on, wake your damn ass up. What? You did something? I ain't did nothing. You gonna do something? You gonna do something? You gonna do something real soon? I know you. Yeah, I know. As soon as I leave the room, you gonna talk about something. I wish he would. Nah, well, I did. How about that? Now I'm playing. Hell no, man, they got no business. I mean, you need to just walk away because I'm too big and strong to shake any motherfucking body. You understand what I'm saying? I might pick you up and scare the hell out of you.
I'm trying to see if you're winking or something.
I don't want to hear no more. And then set you back down. I'm just gonna walk off. Don't be running up behind me doing all that extra. I'm gonna have to pick you up again. Look, now I done told you. Because I don't want to hurt her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hurt her. I mean, and you could actually, you can really hurt a girl. You can hurt her. You can hurt a woman. You got a lot of women nowadays that's gassed up. And I'm going to say this on this YouTube. I'm going to say this. I say it all the time. We ain't equal. All right, ain't shit equal about us. Not a damn thing. Nothing. Okay, I'm gonna outwork you, outlift you. I'm gonna do everything physically better than you. That's just the way the fuck it is. For a long time, you can take a 70-year-old man, put him with a 20-year-old woman who lifts weights and do everything. That damn man still gonna be strong in her leg. You understand? It's just we're not equal when it comes to that. We're not equal. We're just not equal. We don't like the same shit. We don't talk about the same stuff. We're different. So everybody, the quicker everybody start being comfortable with that, might get been for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fucking years, the better off we gonna be. You understand? We just not equal. My hit is gonna be way worse than, or I'll let a woman punch me right in the fucking jaw as many times she want to. Just give me one lick, and you'll know real fast that goddamn it, we're not equal.
Open hand too. Not even
open
fist,
hand.
open hand.
Do whatever you need to do, but I just want one lick. And when you pick that motherfucker up and have to take it to the hospital with you to get it screwed back in, because it's broke, it's dislocated. Okay, then sit your ass down somewhere. We're not equal. We're just not, and it's okay. We were here to protect y'all, not the other way around. Period.
Chris, what we talking?
You don't put your hands on no woman.
I agree with both of them. I think if you can't avoid it, avoid it.
Sitting on the fence again.
let me a little bit.
You weren't on my side. You weren't on my side. No, we're not friends anymore, right? You're.
Oh, okay. I agree more with Danielle. I think women have a lot of confidence now when it comes to how much they think they can do compared to a man. I don't think a man. I think a man should do whatever he can to restrict himself if possible. But I do think if a woman is, hitting him and all that, I do think it can be justified if he, slightly. Okay, I won't go all the way there, but
don't fucking do it. Don't do it, nigga.
I think people snap. I don't think you should, go psycho on somebody, but I do think at times it makes sense. You see women jumping men and all of that nowadays. If he has to push her off of him with a little bit of force, I think it can be justified. I'm not saying, beat her into pulp. I'll never say that. I think men are stronger and they should watch how much force they're using. I think equal force is very important. But if you have to protect yourself and push somebody off of you, I think, they should be allowed to do that.
All right. Do me a favor. Mute your mics real quick. Mr. Best in the World, I'm going to pull you up onto the panel, but we're going to do a quick video reaction. You can obviously hop in on that as well. Fair use. Mute your mics, please.
Yeah, girl. Girl, the queue on the bus. That's the food. You and your bitch. I bring my daughter up here and whoop your. I bring my granddaughter up here. Okay, well, bring them, nigga. Bring your mammy up here, bitch, and I'll beat her ass too. Oh shit, nigga, our dog got home too. Look like somebody that sliced your face up. Oh, you might be. Your face up. Bitch, somebody. Oh, you going to jail? Okay, what's you up, going to jail? Let's go, nigga. You going to jail? I don't care. You want to be a man? I'm going to treat you like a man.
You're gonna be a man. I'm gonna treat you like a man.
Oh my God, bro! You see how she went out like a rag doll? That wasn't even a good uppercut. It was a terrible.
She was leaning into her and everything.
That was like from right here.
That was clean.
And just wow. But if he did it the correct way, she'd have went out that damn bus. Wasn't even tight. God, boy, oh my boy, he Tyrone Woodley her ass. Oh my God.
But Mr. Best in the World, what we talking, bro? How you doing? Welcome to the panel.
Thank you. I appreciate everybody on here. Thank you, CKQ. Shout out to John, Chris,
What up,
I'm
bro?
Sister Keeper. Good to see y'all, man.
I believe he did that.
Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming up.
Definitely.
What we
John,
talking about?
I'm loving your holiday pictures too with your kids, man. You know what I mean?
Man,
Shout out to you, man. Beautiful job. I'll answer the question and I'll also react to the video. I'll do both real quick.
Of course. Yeah.
To the man ever retaliate against a woman, he really should not, unless she come at you with a weapon. She come at you with a weapon, all bets is off. Because then you could possibly lose your life. You know what I mean? And that ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? So if she coming at you with a knife, frying pan, or especially a gun, you better do whatever you can to survive. You better do whatever you can. Because in life, there ain't no start over. There ain't no reset button. Ain't nobody gonna kill you, ain't gonna come back. That ain't, that ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? So that's something that you have to defend yourself against. Anybody come at you with a weapon, you gotta do whatever you gotta do to survive. I don't care who it is. As far as the video, I think he could have either ignored her or just pushed her off. But with some people, man, they have that philosophy, if you put your hands on me, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? It's really over. Like, I don't care who you are. If you put your hands on me, it's over. So some people have that philosophy in their minds, and you can't blame them, because at the end of the day, you're not supposed to put your hands on anyone. Respect everybody's space. Respect your space as well. And you want to get them hands on you. Bottom line. So she invaded that space, and he invaded her space. Literally.
The thing is, he's gonna get the ramification for it, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he fired. He fired. He don't have a job no more. That's the fact. And he going to jail. That's another fact.
Yeah,
now he can't buy a gun. He can't own none of that. You muted.
Did he go to jail though? Because if this is the video that I remember, she spit on him.
No, she punched him too.
Oh, this is not the same video then, because the video I saw, the woman had spit on him.
Did she punch him first?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's like, yeah, and I mean that's what I'm saying, like, he was retaliating from what she did.
Whatever.
She punched him. And that's when everyone went, what? Oh, and that's when he was like, you fucked up today. And that's when he got up with the little G walk and was like, Listen, that was a clean uppercut. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta take some boxing lessons from that guy. He was good.
It was nice. And it looked nice to me.
The uppercut?
Man, yeah. Like, man, this shit
was a good rock. That was a good rock. Like, he rocked into it and everything. Like,
wow. I couldn't believe the outcome. I mean, did you see how he uprooted her ass like a small shrub? Man, y'all better stay out these goddamn men. And that was an old ass man. 19-year-old girl.
Yeah, he was old.
Old ass man. Like I said, just before we watched this, I ain't never seen this shit. He was still the damage is horrendous, as you can see. Now, a 19-year-old boy, he'd have hit a 19-year-old boy like that, and his old ass probably would have got beat up. And I'm being serious. Because the boy his reflexes quicker. He would have slipped a little bit of it and rushed that motherfucker and beat his ass up on that bus. This just different.
Right there is where she hit him.
And right there is where she ended. Right there in that door. Like, and then play a little bit of it right there from that point.
Right. Fair use. Mute your mics, please.
You going to jail now? You going to jail now? You going to jail? You going to jail?
Bruh.
Yo, the sound is so crisp.
Her, bruh. And then what make it so bad, he picked her up like a bag of trash and just throw it off the bus like it wasn't shit. Like there was no effort to this. So you keep running up on these damn men like that, and stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Because I promise you, I hit way harder than he do. I wouldn't hit a girl. I know that. Her jaws would have been out, teeth on the floor. No, I can't do no shit like that. I couldn't do no one like that. I would never be able to rest with myself for the rest of my life. I can't do it. Even if I can do it, I just can't do it. I can't do it. He do what he felt like he needed to do. I can't do it. I don't hit women. I just don't. Yeah. And I was with one that you feel like sometimes you want to not hit her, just kill her. No, not just kill her, but bad as she was, I never hit her.
Yeah,
If she was terrible. If
that's
she would
completely
run up on you, she
understandable.
would hit you. But
I think that's where the crazy part is.
So listen, I'm sorry to cut y'all off because I know I seen that video. She definitely spit on him. I just had to go look that up because I remember this video. She spit on that man, bro.
So she spit on him and hit him.
She spit on him and hit him. That's why he responded the way he did, because I know I seen that video and I have. Listen, when that came out, I remember how I felt. Watching, like, why would she spit on him? Like, who spits on somebody?
And then punch him right after.
Yes, I know I seen that video. She spit on that man. Fuck that girl.
And then got the uppercut. And you know the crazy part? Like, the lady that came right after was like, how could you hit her? How could you even think of hitting her?
And that's what I'm talking about.
Nah, nigga,
You need to be checked.
You could think of hitting her. I would have thought of hitting her. I just wouldn't have damn done it. I wouldn't have hit her.
Ain't nobody about to spit on my brother.
I couldn't have hit her.
You're not even about to play fight with my brother around me. I be having to let these hoes know, like, hey, I don't care what y'all do by yourselves, but you're not about to play fight with him, because the moment he tell you not to hit him and you hit him again, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Would you hit a girl?
Period. Don't do it
at all. What if she spit?
I mean, if you're there, then he's safe. If not, then he's fucked.
No, if I'm not there and you spit on my brother, you're less safe.
But if she spit on you and she hit you, would you hit her back?
No.
Why?
That's just disrespect.
So you would just take the spit and the hit.
Yeah.
Go tell Jamar.
Advantage over that.
Go ask your brother. I want to see. Ask him that same question. I want to know what he say.
You want to let the fans know how old he is? Answering this question, if you don't mind. Obviously, it's your kid.
Oh no, I don't care. They can know. Oh, he's 12. Both of them 12.
12 years
And
old.
that's just also rude.
Huh?
That's just also rude because we have an advantage over them. We can kill them easily.
Jamarcus, would you hit a girl?
No.
Why?
Because it's against the law.
But say if it wasn't against the law, would you hit one if she spit on you and punched you?
No.
Why?
Because physically they're weaker than us.
Okay. All right. That's all I need to know. Did you hear?
Yeah.
He said physically they just weaker. So you're just, even if she spit on you and punched you.
Just the thought that I'm stronger with her to get her good enough. So.
That spit hit you in the face, though.
Yeah,
What if she spit you right in the face and slapped you in the face?
Loogie, like,
but you wouldn't hit her.
Like dripping off your eyebrow.
Like, what if she spit like right in your mouth? You wouldn't hit her?
Y'all are killing me.
There was a little bit of green in it too. Like when you saw
like, would you tell your homegirl though and try to get her jump?
Yes.
All right, give me this. Here. Give me some. All right.
He like, meet me at 19th and Broadway.
Going back. All right. Okay.
Train them well.
Right.
Train them well.
Well,
you got some.
We had this conversation. You better not ever. When you get married, that's probably gonna be the only thing I have close to having a daughter. I don't care what she do to you, unless she try to kill you, you better not put your hands on her. Like, period. You just don't put your hands on her.
Okay.
It's not
Mr. Best in the World, you got some time. You got some time to join the next question to the panel?
Yeah, definitely. I got some time. Yeah. I can do one more question.
Beautiful. Next question to the panel. What makes a man less of a man? What makes a man less of a man? Chris? Tell us, Chris. Since you want to leave me in the dark, Chris, tell me. What makes a man less of a man?
Being emotional from it makes it. I'm just kidding.
All right, guys. It's been a great show. Wrap it up.
Don't make me be like this. I don't like having comebacks.
There we go. The real Chris. Become the real Chris.
I think it's when men ask for permission to do things that they should do on their own, if that makes sense. one of the biggest things I think that I hear that makes a man less of a man, and I think makes women also very unattracted to them, is when they do not act like the head of the household, when they go to their wives for permission on everything, when they're indecisive, or if they basically do something completely against what they believe to please somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that is typically what it is, because not only are you going against your values, you're going against your purpose, but you're actually making it to where she's going to become less attracted to you because you're not doing the thing that she needed you to do, which was be dependable.
Okay. Can is there any kind of financial obligation tied to him being a man?
There can be. I think it depends on their structure. But short answer, yes. I think when I think of that, I think like the man has to make more. Typically, I think that's one way to get around that is if, let's say, the woman makes more. I think it makes sense to put all the money into a bucket, but then the man pays everything. Like he covers everything. Like his name's on the bills. So it's not as though, even though she makes more, the money's in one bucket, and he just makes sure that everything gets paid, everything's taken care of, and that things that they need, it's is being delivered. I guess investments, all of that, if that makes sense. So to an extent, yeah, I don't think men always have to make more than the woman. I think there are circumstances where she ends up making more, but it's just how he makes decisions with the money.
Okay. So finances are slightly tied into it. Then it's not a big capital, but it's there. It holds some stake in that.
Yeah, but I must say, to be honest, we live in a modern time where women do work. I do think best case scenario is when the woman doesn't work and she can depend on him a bit more if it's like a healthy situation. I think that's typically where women become a lot more attracted to their husbands, when they see him taking care of things that need to be taken care of, and they can focus on their duties if they want to be a stay-at-home mom or wife.
Is that even smart though for the society that we live in right now, where you're talking like dual incomes are needed just for a basic household? You think it's smart for women to kind of try to attain that though?
Loud, bro.
No, I don't live in I have siblings that don't live in dual income households, and they're very happy. They're happier than my sibling that has a dual income household, in my opinion. Just looking from the outside in, looking at how the relationships have progressed since the husband's been working and the mother's been at home. I think the idea of needing a dual income is strange. I think that you should live below your means. You should be able to live off of one income. And I think it just makes the most sense to live off of his income. Because I think the mother, she does very well at home. I think it's what she naturally can do. It's what she does very well for the most part. So I think the idea of dual incomes, I don't fully believe in that. You need to want less, live what you have. I think people can be fairly comfortable. It's hard. You have to budget, put the work in, but I think people can be fairly comfortable off of $45,000, and they can figure out how to get more money when it's needed. There are so many opportunities. If you're in America, you can work a 9 to 5 during the week and Instacart on the weekend if you have to. If she's doing what she has to do at home to take care of the children, there are ways to make it work. I've seen it.
The cost of your living would have to be pretty much well adjusted. You guys got to be really working on that, keeping it tight. All right, Danielle. What makes a man less of a man?
I think if I can't depend on you, like she said, if you're not dependable, and that's not just financially, that's emotionally. If something is happening and you're not there for me, that is physically, if something is happening to me and you can't protect me in any way that I need you, if you can't meet my need, you will seem less to me.
Mr. Best in the World, or Mr. If you know,
Mr. Best in the World, that's what I am. Yes. What makes a man less than a man is his moral standards and values. Like that's what it's based on. So if he doesn't have any moral standards and values, or he's kind of lacking in that area, then that's what makes him less than a man, because a man is going to uphold a certain standard. He's going to hold certain values, certain morals, and he's going to live by that. And he's not going to deviate from that ever. So when you see that, you look at a male and he's deviating from that, or he doesn't really have that at all, then he's not a man. You know what I mean? Because a man's going to stand on principle, he's going to stand on logic, and he's going to make sure that he is enforcing that in his life and in the lives of others. You know what I'm saying? He's going to make sure that, that he respects himself and that he's being respected. And if he's not, if those things are not adding up, and also love. So if those things are not adding up, or he's not doing that for himself, then he's not a man. So, it's just simple things. Like you can just look at, how he does his hygiene, how he takes care of his overall health, how he, what is he doing, to help his family out. All those things are a factor. What he's doing to help his community. All those things are a factor. So if any of those things are lacking, then yeah, he's not really being a man. He's not stepping up to the plate. So
okay. It sounds like everyone is saying the same thing, similar to like what CJ.
Yeah.
Well, CJ, it sounds like CJ sounds like you're very heavily focused on the financial aspect of it. If a man can't take care of a family of his income alone, he shouldn't have a family or a relationship. Step your work up. Yeah, that's pretty good, but a lot of times that is pretty heavily money focused. So that's why I decided to ask that question. John, you still there? Available?
Oh, hold on, CKQ. I do have to run, man.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Everybody, please like, subscribe. Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right,
thank you for having me on your platform. Everybody like and subscribe to CKQ Podcast if you have not already. Like and subscribe, hit that bell so you can get all notifications. And when you hit the bell, hit that all, okay? So you can see everything that CKQ is doing. He has some great content. He has some dope content. Definitely like and subscribe to him. Like and subscribe to Crystal Bloom and Ebony. Follow my sister's keeper on Instagram. I know she has an Instagram. I think she has a YouTube as well. And definitely like and subscribe to Knowledge and Relationships. Hit that bell for us as well. Thank y'all. Be safe, be blessed. I'll holler at y'all later.
Thanks for coming up, man. Thank you for coming up. I saw someone from Twitch asked for the link. I did drop the link in the chat. But John, what we talking, man?
All right, so what makes a man less than a man?
Correct.
Being indecisive, not standing on what you believe in, not training your offspring to honor others, not being able to admit your own faults, recognize your own faults, not being able to operate inside of morality, having your own moral compass. I'm all about, if you want to be, and I'm talking about within the context of a relationship as well, but because on that right there, how somebody else might see something that's immoral, this man, a single man that ain't never made it, he ain't made no promise to nobody, he can operate inside that little immorality if he wants to. That's his business. That don't make him less of a man. It just make him living his life. But when you start to involve another person, then you need to operate inside your full moral belief system, if you've got one. Not, and I'm totally agreeing with that. There's that money element to it. You need to be able to take care of the family you made. You out here popping off and women creating kids. You need to be able to take care of them. If you can't take care of them, why are you out here making them? Just because she willing, but what you ain't able. She willing, but you ain't able. That'll make a title for a good book. Because there's a lot of dudes that ain't really getting that concept. She willing, but you ain't able. Baby coming to the world and you trying to borrow money to buy diapers. You robbing from Peter to pay Paul. So why you out here laying up?
Because he can.
And you're not a man. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
That whole I'm doing the best I can. Nah. I don't want to hear that shit.
There's no best you can. You gotta just be doing it.
Do math. Do the best math you can, nigga. If you got one and you struggling, you probably don't need to multiply. You need to subtract. That means subtract, nigga. Take some out of the equation. Like either add or subtract. Either add a condom or remove your dick. But stop making them babies.
I mean, I'm sure
something's got to either come into the equation or out of the equation, bro. Huh?
But something's coming.
Yeah, some. Period.
So
I'm with CJ. Everything CJ said, I'm totally agreeing with it. I already told you, broke niggas don't deserve no pussy. I mean, I don't even know why girls give it to them. Like, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. They could get it. So it's. I mean, they're not gonna stop. If you're rewarded for doing like that's how. You know, it's the same thing. Pretty girls, if they could just act the worst way possible, and a whole bunch of men could still keep telling them, "Oh, you're pretty. Oh, you're beautiful." Still give them everything they want. What need do they have to get better? Why would they need to get better?
Why would they get better? Like, how you gonna meet a nigga and thinking that he ain't got a job? You don't see this nigga going trying to get a job. He want to go play dominoes and drink a 40 or go play dominoes or something, whatever you want to do, play PlayStation, whatever you want to do. You don't see this nigga moving toward the door at all. But he doing the best he can. That's your excuse to the world. But deep down inside, you know you ain't got shit. You got a big old couch full of 215 pounds of shit. And he might be okay to look at. So just because he can dick you down in bed, this is what you choose to take care of. So why don't you just go buy you a prostitute? They have male prostitutes. That's all you invested money in this motherfucker. A lot more than the male prostitute would be. And the male prostitute probably could fuck better. More than likely could. He got a lot of practice. But you would rather take care of a whole man. Like, this the new day. We don't live by them old ways. Right. You got 4 kids by this nigga. He ain't had a job since you met him. Your oldest child, 5 years old, and he ain't worked that long. Man,
so then, what's it? Protector, prophet, provider. What is it? Do you guys know what I'm trying to say?
Protector, provider,
prophet,
parental something, parental investment,
principal. What you say, Chris?
Am I lagging?
No, you're not lagging.
Okay, it's provider, protector, parental investment. So be a father.
Right.
Invest in your children. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So similar to this, what would make a woman less of a woman?
Not having no morals. Trying to use a child as a scapegoat. Not standing on her.
Is having a child tied to her being a woman?
You can be a woman without having a child.
It depends on the woman, because some women don't feel like they're a woman without having a child. So it just depends. I think if you looked at the larger numbers, I would agree with Danielle. But you can't forget that there's still a nice little percentage that will voice and say, I feel like I'm less than a woman because I never had children.
Because I thought that was, I mean, if we're talking biologically, men and women, we naturally want to procreate. That's just it. If the guy has to be the protector, that is his role. That's his static role. wouldn't that mean that she would also have a static role to do with that part of procreating?
Her job is to be a nurturer, and you could be a nurturer without being a mother.
To who? Yeah, you can.
I was gonna say, no, ain't a woman ever nurture
your husband.
Yeah.
And other people's children. There are lots of, there was
Your
a
community?
time where, there was a time where women
Everything
used
needs
to
nurturing.
breastfeed. Yeah.
We set the environment.
Okay. Yella, I see you killing the chat section, bro. What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling tonight? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Sound great, man. Thanks for coming up on the panel. What we talking, bro? What we talking?
I ain't want to interrupt the ladies because they both sat back in their chair like they was cooking. Like they both kind of threw their arm back over the back of their chair. They was like, "We set the environment. We laid a foundation around this one. We
don't lay
the
no
ones.
foundation. That is not
We the ones. We the ones.
The man give me the foundation and I decorate.
You decorate?
Yes.
I could agree with that. I can agree with that. I'm not even gonna lie to you because I believe with the I believe the saying that, you know what I mean. A man gives you a home. I mean, a man give you a house and wife make it a home. Or however that go. I'm a little tired, y'all. Forgive me.
No, you good.
But yeah, it's a little more that go into that. You know what I mean? What am I giving into? You know what I mean? It's like a lot of that stuff can be done on my own. And that's kind of why I was thinking about a lot of which I was just talking about in these last two topics. It's like with the men, I can understand, like, dude, you're not supposed to be a bum. You ain't supposed to be laying up on no chick couch. You know what I mean? You ain't supposed to be using up all the heat. You ain't supposed to be drinking up the kids' Capri Suns and eating they Oreo 2-packs. You know what I'm saying? We not on that.
The little high C.
Facts. The orange joint is back too at McDonald's, just to let y'all know. Anyway. But it is a slippery slope when you look at that, because then that also goes into what makes a woman less of a woman. And that's really like her presentation. Her overall presentation. You know what I mean? If it's aggressive, if it's not compassionate, like I think men are kind of over trying to date like dudes and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where we at. You know what I mean? I think that's why the shameful tactic is to always call us gay, because they think that dude shit is attractive to us. So I don't know. I just wish that it was a better representation for women. And also just something else that kind of throws me off about
let me ask you this before you said you wish there was a better representation for women. What representation do you think is being shown right now?
All the bad ones. How the hell Megan Thee Stallion got a chicken sandwich at Popeyes? And I see that more than her picture of her graduating college.
She got hottie sauce.
Hottie sauce.
Surprised they didn't call it like thotty sauce.
They couldn't, because it was just like there. It was like there. It was like there. How close can we get it? Hottie. Yeah, it's just pretty much what it is. Surprised the chicken sandwich don't come twerking, but it would be so much better if it wasn't like I don't know. It seemed like some women be just scared to speak up sometimes.
Yeah. I'm feeling I'm picking up what he putting down.
You know what I mean? Like, y'all would challenge a man to the end of the earth on what we think about how y'all look, what we think about how y'all should dress, how y'all should speak, all of that. But you will not check the women who are giving you the bad representation.
At all. And they had a nerve to say that we are out here putting them out there on a platter and exploiting them. Nah, y'all exploiting y'all. We ain't exploiting shit. We just looking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all we doing though. We ain't buying. We only looking.
I'm just liking the Instagram pictures. That's it. That's it.
I don't even like them. I don't even give them that pleasure. I just scroll through them like. Hooker.
Okay, I ain't want to seem like a dick. I don't either. I was just trying to make it seem like it was cool. Like, like no, hold on, real talk. Like check out my theory. You ever looked on the chick Instagram post, right? And she got, and we talking. Let's be for real. Let's talk about one of the Instagram girls, like a real life Instagram girl, and she got like 30,000 comments. Like, how did dude 27,843 feel when he commented the fire emojis? Like she was gonna see that shit.
Right.
He thought, oh, she's gonna pick out my one comment and see, oh my god, I love this man.
Tomorrow.
He sent me a bunch of peaches and splash emojis. Oh my god. That is a lot.
I'm in. That's another thing make man less of a man. Stop DMing these motherfuckers, man. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Listen.
That shit's crazy. Like, if you ain't got it like that, bro, don't be DMing these chicks, man, because then you giving them the bad impression that we all on that.
You don't think shoot your shot, though? You don't think shoot your shot works?
Man, look.
How the hell you want to shoot your shot? I wouldn't.
Why not?
You can, what?
Listen, if you're trying to hit it, why not? Like, what's the downside? If she says no, what happened?
That's another no. You're gonna get tired of them no's after a while, and then you're gonna be on YouTube complaining about women ain't shit.
Bro, the world hates men. The world does not like men. You're gonna get
No,
into hearing no.
the world don't like delusional men.
You should be used to no. Like, that's just it. Men should be used to no.
The world don't like delusional men. That's what they don't like. The world loves men that handle their business. That's why the women flock to them.
Yeah.
That's why the whole idea of
those guys have probably heard no.
You said what? I'm sorry, I missed it.
How many times do you think those guys have probably heard no? Hell, in those positions, they're
looking. Yeah, I mean, we men, we gonna get our fair shares of no, but once we get to a certain level, them yes gonna balance out that lifetime of no. You don't get easy answers.
To that level, once you get there.
Women might change in behavior, but it's certain behavior that just will never change for them. Women like power, money, security, and fit to feel protected. That's period. And if you possess them, shit, the world is your oyster. I'm just telling you, them damn yeses will balance out. When you get to that point, them yeses will balance itself out. I promise you.
Man, Jordan lost in the playoffs plenty of times, man. Come on, man. Then he gonna win 6 straight. That's how it be. You know what I'm saying? It's just that. Once you get to that level, like you said, the world is your oyster. You know what I mean? You don't have to have game. You just keep grinding.
You just show up.
They gonna see you.
And when they see you, they gonna come to you.
They gonna see you.
Woman, she got that eye. She know.
Yep. Now, the problem is that, and I can hope the ladies can attest to this too, like, y'all have been approached by more ugly dudes than y'all thought was attractive, right?
It's never the guys that you want to approach you that approach.
Yeah, look at go. Yeah. You've been approached by more dudes that you found unattractive than you did attractive. That's because these dudes be shooting a shot. Right. These dudes be shooting for the moon. Right. Bro, that's why it's like this, man. I will say this.
Those are the ugly guys that walk in with the bad chick too. Because
they got some money, man. We know what that is, man.
Nah,
when we see them baddies over in Dubai, in the Emirates, man, we already know what's going on, bro.
Well, I mean, if we're talking out of the US, then yeah, most likely he's got money.
I mean, them US women, that's what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the US women. They go for the power on any level, in any way. All of them don't go as far as the extreme to do those extremes, but they look for the best comfort. They look for the best. They look for the softest thing to land on.
I want to come back to that, but let's watch this real quick. Fair use. Do me a favor, mute your mics.
Damn, you thought y'all was gonna be together forever? I did one of those moves where, yes, I did. I'm not gonna lie, I really did. I thought we was gonna be together forever. Yes. You, Kendra, you reading the comments?
Yeah, I need to read the comments because a part of me A part of me hopes you are trolling me and that everything you're saying is
Why
not
would
true.
I gotta troll you? I can go get on live with any other celebrity. Why do I gotta troll you?
Girl, I don't know.
I like you. I always liked you.
So
I like
where's your kids at right now? Where's your kids at right now?
My kids are at home. I wait on the food to get done.
She's calling in because she is the baby mother of 3 kids with 3 different gangbangers. So she called in now, 3 different gangbangers. And she called in. That was like one of the first things she said. And Tasha K she always hosts this, Singles on Live. And this is what we're working with right now. She says she can't date a regular guy. It's disgusting to her. Like, it has to be a guy that makes fast money. Has to be. So.
The food to get there?
Yes. No, I'm waiting for the food to get done.
Oh, the food to get done?
Yes.
So you at a nail salon with your friend?
Yes. Somebody's there watching my kids. Somebody's there. I really don't want to bring my kids in because they haters, and I don't got time for it. Seriously, honestly.
So you said you broke up a year ago. When was the last time you had sex?
You want the truth or you want me to lie?
I want the truth.
48 hours ago.
So that guy you had sex with 2 days ago, why can't you be in a relationship with him?
Because I don't want to be in a relationship with him. He just got some D2B and he financially give me money when I need it and stuff. So I don't want to. I'm cool. I just want the gifts and the money and sex. I'm okay. Not relationship is.
No. So to you, why do you? Okay, what is relationship material to you? Because do you think you're relationship material?
Yes, I'm very relationship material because I'm a boss.
That's what relationship material means to you?
On unemployment and all that, and I'm still a boss. Yes, I'm real loyal.
So
I'm very loyal.
Child. So the guy that you slept with 2 days ago, I'm gonna just keep it real with you. Why would any decent man deal with you?
Why would they not?
If a guy that you want to attract, a guy that you want to be with, if you want to be with a certain type of guy, you have a lot of drama. That's why you keep getting those type of men. That's why dope boys don't mind dealing with you because you have all that energy. You say you want the money. You want long as you
Who's talking to niggas for free nowadays? Not me. No.
Okay, well that's cool. I'm just saying. Listen, that's cool. What I'm just saying is, what you are saying you want, you're not putting that energy out there.
How can it be okay for niggas to ask you? Because niggas coming off asking women for shit the first day that they meet you. Let's just be real. So it's okay for them to do it, but when a woman does it, it's
definitely not okay for men to do it. No, never did my lips even say that. I said that the type of guy. Listen, here's the deal. Rock out. Do your life. You gotta live it, not me. This is my moment in time with you. And when we done, I'll probably never see you or talk to you
I
again.
do want to see you, though. So why you don't want to
Well, you're going to have to get your life together to see me in real life.
Can you help me get my life together?
I'm going to help you go to Google and find a therapist. That's all I could really do.
Okay.
Because if you're serious about wanting something different, you're going to have to become different. Because the person you are right now will continue to attract the men that you keep that you keep attracting. You said you got 3 men that gang bang. That's your baby daddies. You asked me a question. Is that a bad thing? Anybody with any intelligence will know that's a bad thing. For the simple fact, gang banging means violence, and you got children. So you don't want to have your children around.
Kendra, but if a man is going to
pause. I live in Chicago. That's real shit here. So I live in
Chicago. Long as you ain't from 63rd.
What?
I said, long as you ain't from 63rd.
It don't matter what.
So what do you guys think of Future Boo?
What? I mean, I'm gonna throw a curveball at you.
I know where you're gonna go with it.
Yeah, you damn right. I'm gonna go there, and everything that she already. We talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this. If you built like that, and you can handle it, and you know how to handle yourself, and you can be a listen. The girl, she wasn't lying. They loyal. Them type girls are loyal as shit. Like loyal. You understand? But they only know that one side. So you start bringing her over. If you're gonna go there, you got to be willing to go there and play on her turf. Like you can't get that girl and try to change her. You got to let
She
her
got to be about that life.
You got to let her see that you about that life, but you choose not to be in that life. And you gotta really be able to handle it. She ain't gonna be for like every dude who ain't immersed in that life. You understand what I'm saying? But you can't go in there judging her. You can't. You gotta understand that life, bro. Like you have got to have lived that life at one time. I could date her, be fine. You understand? It wouldn't be no problem. Oh shit! But I don't engage in that. But I know I can't cross her over. But I can be the example. I'm gonna still do what I do. I'm gonna be how I be. You understand? And she'll watch, and eventually she'll catch hold if she wants to. And if not, that's cool. But you can't be a follower. You have to be the leader. And you can put your foot down with her and she will listen. What you can't do is go in and try to talk. You got to know how to talk her language. Like if you go in there soft and pooty pot, she will run your ass over like a fucking truck. You got to go in there like what she used to. And you got to understand what that is. You got to know what that looks like. And if you don't know, you speculating, you just don't know. And you ain't got no business with that girl. She's never going to attract. What's the truth of the matter? She's never going to attract the kind of man that she's talking about. No. Like that's not going to happen. She will attract them the same way a prostitute would attract anybody. He going to make her a money offer. She going to take the money offer and he going to get what the fuck he want. And he don't want nothing else to do with her. So the feeling going to be mutual there. You understand? But if you know how to rock with that, that's just like you've been in that life and you know how that life works and you done seen this girl numerous of that same make and model. I used to live in the projects with several of those girls.
So let me ask you how to rock with them. Just obviously because of the way she talks and her the way she portrays herself, is she less womanly because of how she portrays herself?
Nah, she's standing on 10 toes down.
I know.
How?
She's loyal. She takes care of her kids.
She is living with her fucking. Did you hear what she said? Me and you talked about this. You got to understand the context from where she is from. She follows the code of the street. Check. She holds her kids down. Check. If she with you, she gonna hold you down. Check. You understand? She gonna be a woman about hers. But her idea of a woman is not everybody else's idea of a woman. That's all I'm saying. There's different rules. There's a divide between people in the life and then people who ain't in the life and never been in that life. It's not the same. Are we all human? Yes. But the dynamic is totally different. You can't be like how we sit up here and we talk. That shit will get you killed. You soft. You a victim. You my next victim. You understand? What? Now, I mean, some of y'all might not get it. If you ain't never lived that life, bro, there's just certain ways you just can't be because you constantly in a dangerous environment. You cannot be walking around like a damn pussycat in a fucking lion's den. You can't. You got to walk like a lion.
Chris, what are we saying?
Sorry, John. I completely disagree.
She's
a thug, and that's why she's a.
We got Chris disagreeing today.
If you act like a thug, you're going to attract thugs. Like you have to invest in yourself if you want to be more. See, this is so frustrating to me because it's an investment. It's an investment. If you listen to people who talk about elegance and femininity and growth, the first thing they tell you is if you want to better yourself, if you want to better your opportunities, you go to them, you move to them. If you don't want to be with hood men, you move out of the hood. You figure it out on your own. Like That's ridiculous. You make the investment. It costs money. It costs money. Take a class. They have classes on this. It's annoying to sit here and say that she can't change. She lives this life because she wants that life. And if she doesn't change, it's not because she can't. It's because she hasn't put in the investment to. And it could be because no one taught her that there's something different. There are so many reasons as to why, but the bottom line is she's not willing to put in the investment. There are way too many resources nowadays. Like YouTube is one of the best things ever for this generation. So to have her online like that and to say that she can't change is ridiculous. She can change. She can have that guy that you're sleeping with pay that $1,000 for you to take that class in the School of Affluence if you want a better life. Pay the money, figure it out. But she couldn't answer any of the questions properly. Like I'm sorry, but no, if that's the life that you want to live, that's the life you're going to get. It's that simple. She can change if she chooses to. Surround yourself with better people. She's bringing down the average of women.
She probably is, but here's the whole thing. And in essence, I'm glad Chris responded because she's making my point. That woman, that you gotta understand, she ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Did you not hear how she was going back and forth with a motherfucker who could really help her? She's not a street person, just like a street nigga. Do not fucking relate to nobody who don't know what the fuck they got going on. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't never lived in the hood, right? I'm not finna listen at you about shit I should be doing because I live in the hood. Like a drug addict, you know, to be a drug counselor, do you know who they listen to the most? Do you know who they listen to the most? It ain't the fucking person with the master's degree. It's the motherfucker who is out there on drugs. Those drug counselors get the best results. It's not the persons with the master's degree. They don't pay them no attention because they don't know what it's like to want dope so bad that you willing to suck a nigga dick who ain't washed in several days, but you do it because you want your dope. And if you ain't never had that craving, I'm not trying to hear a fucking thing you trying to say. You can tell me, well, what you need to do is bitch, I need a hit. That's what I need. And I need one right now. You got one on you? But this girl who I was a former prostitute, sucked plenty of dick in my day. Now this is where I am. You got her undivided attention because y'all relate. Y'all relatable. You understand? So if you ain't never been in the hood, if you don't understand that girl ain't trying to fucking hear that. She don't understand that. Did you not hear what she said at the end? Long as you ain't from 63rd, this bitch mindset. You understand? Long as you ain't like she went straight to what the fuck she know. Long as you ain't from 63rd. Yeah, like bitch, like she might as well told her if you from 63rd, nigga, we got beef. You feel me? Like she is her mind.
I was gonna say because her whole cadence sounded like Chicago.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Chris. Totally. She is never gonna get the man that she wants. But what I'm saying is, if you a dude and you got that background and you can handle yourself and you got a little credibility in the street. Maybe you used to be that way. You changed your life. You got better. You are gonna be the dude that most likely she will follow. Especially if she find out you got some credibility. You understand what I'm saying? If you got some credibility, you was a gangster, you was a dope boy, but now you doing this, and you show her you not poo-pie no more, she'll fucking follow you. I promise you. You just can't force that shit on her. But she'll follow you. When she raise her voice, you get in her shit. And you be like, you gonna have to use the word bitch. Be like, bitch, who the fuck you think you talking to around this motherfucker?
And that's why I'm gonna have to
right.
And that's why I'm gonna have to interject, Dr. John, because then you're gonna end up like dude on the bus, man.
Yeah, like why would you want that? That just sounds.
But you gotta
every day is intense.
Let's hold on, Chris.
Yeah,
sorry.
Let's Jay, welcome to the panel, my man.
How y'all doing? What's going on?
What up, Jay?
How y'all doing?
It's a nice mic.
Yeah, he was on point, man. He's absolutely right, man. She's not gonna find what she's looking for being who she currently is. I mean, literally.
So let me ask you this though. let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Same thing I asked to the panel. I don't know if you were up yet. Is she less of a woman because of how she moves?
It depends on who you're asking. If you're asking me, absolutely. Like that's not my. I've been destroyed by those types. You know what I'm saying? Younger years, you falling for the appearance.
Yeah,
You get struck by the appearance, and you get lured in. Because of the features and the body. And then next thing you know, you punching holes in the wall. You ain't never punched a hole in your whole life, but because you're dealing with somebody who's from a totally different walk of life.
She gets you to that level mentally.
Chris,
what were you saying? No, I said she gets you. She pushes you to that level mentally, like where you don't even recognize yourself.
Right. They'll always pull you down before you pull them up. Your intentions can be to uplift, but you will always be pulled down.
Chris, what are we talking?
I completely agree. That's a woman's game. It's a lot of it is mental for the man. And if she's not up here, and she can easily pull you down. So my question to John was why would a man want that? And then if she doesn't want to be with the men that she's already been with, like I'm confused on the man that's in the middle. I don't think that she would accept a man in the middle because he may still be too stable for her. He may not have enough chaos in his life for her. So why would a man who's trying to do better and have more stability want something like that or even engage in something like that if he's trying to get here and she's here and he's trying to pull her with him? Why would you want that much tension and disagreeableness in your life? That just sounds like a heart attack waiting to happen. You're gonna die early.
But see, that's what I'm saying, bro. She not gonna be if you. This is what I'm telling you. You in your mind, this is gonna be a hard concept, and it's okay because you ain't never been in that life. You know what I'm saying? Not to the level I'm talking about, not to the level where she is. You feel me? If you are, it has to be a very specific guy, like very specific type of dude, right? And I said myself because I was there. I've been in that life, gang banging, all of that, so dope, all of that. You understand? And it ain't been no way long ago. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, she will have to. You as a dude will have to understand what you see, what you looking at. Like you have to understand if you know that's a lion, you know how to deal with that lion. But if you understand what that lion can do to you, then you're not going to understand how to deal with that lion. People look at dudes who live in enclosures with lions and say, oh my God, how in the hell, why would you even want to do? Because it's something he just want to do. He found beauty in this lion, this beast that could kill him like that. But he learned their behavior. He learned how to move like them, walk like them, talk like them. Now here's the danger. If you're gonna be with this girl, you're gonna have to learn how to get her to follow you and move like you, walk like you, talk like you. And the only way she's gonna be attracted to that is you're gonna have to introduce the fact that you have once been that, and she's gonna have to respect you on that level. If she don't respect you on the street level, you are never gonna reach her. Like it's just not gonna happen. She is gone. She way, way gone. I mean, gone. When she made that comment, I was certain she is gone out of here. There is no normal man that's gonna date her. None. Not one. And she was on Kevin Samuels before in a car.
Yes, I said that.
She was on Kevin Samuels before in the car, and Kevin let her have it too.
And
with her
this is
3
the
baby
thing.
daddies and stuff like that.
When she was on Kevin Samuels and she was talking about she wants a high value man, those talking points.
Happen. You can't even take it.
And he asked her, what do you do for a living? And she did that little blink, like, what do I say? She said, I'm on EDD. She said that. when he asked her that question, what do you do for a living? Yo, she almost exploded. It looked like she just poof, like turned into a bat because she didn't expect him to ask that question, yo.
CJ, man, the high value nurse. What we saying, man? What we saying?
I think this is a prime example of what. And first of all, what's up to everybody on the panel?
What's up, DJ?
Guys, thank you all for coming up. Madison, Jay, Yella. Listen, I really appreciate you guys joining the panel. But now let's get into it. What's up?
Well, with that lady, man, this is a prime example of women who get upset when successful Black men leave the hood and don't want to come back and deal with them. And then they call us sellouts and coons and all that type of stuff for not wanting to engage in ratchet behavior and the offsprings of these ratchets. Absolutely not. What man in their right mind will want to deal with a woman who's combative for the sake of being combative? That makes absolutely no sense. I've come from the hood too. And I've seen women like that all my life. And even when I was in the hood, I did not want to deal with them. Not on a real level, just for fun. They were practice, if anything else. So no, that's John. Would you bring that woman around your kids?
Hell no, I wouldn't. No.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, no man with anything going for them wants to deal with her. That's why she's upset and making that call. All that talk about he gotta be an idiot to deal with her. To knowingly deal with her and knowing what you're walking into. That's crazy. No man in their right mind would do that.
But what he's saying is though, like their loyalty level compared to the average regular girl, their loyalty to their men is much higher than a regular chick.
Says who?
I just want to
those women are typically more loyal. They're usually messing with gangbangers. What do you mean? They have to be loyal.
No.
If anything, they're going to be far more loyal.
Are they loyal to the man or to the adrenaline?
Different dicks, just like any other slut.
Regardless
so
of
I don't know.
And you want to say they're much more loyal, but their consequences and their hatred and their revenge is much more severe than the average women. Their anger is not selective. They're always going to be angry about little things. It's always going to be popping off. Their revenge is going to be crazy. John and I know a woman like this who gets mad at little things, even if they're quote unquote loyal, and they'll still be there. Yes, they'll still be there looking stupid, but they may get revenge with you by sleeping with your friend's friend or going out and doing this, or you know what I'm saying? Like their level of revenge and anger is much more higher. And I think we're giving ourselves way too much credit when we say, oh, I've been in the hood and I can change her if I talk like this and do like this and do how she do. If God can't change this woman, you sure can't, okay? And she doesn't even want to be changed.
Damn.
So who is in their right mind is going to stoop to her level to say, I can be like her to change her? That's a whole contradiction. You're not even exuding the right type of personality or man or aura that she needs to be around. It's just a whole stupid contradiction. I'm sorry. I just had to get on here and say this.
Too much truth.
You can't handle the truth.
That lady would take a nice guy, yo, and leave him with a stab wound and a 300 credit score, yo. Before he
exactly.
Saying I'm gonna get finessed by? Is that the chick?
Sorry, say it again.
That again?
Is that the chick that you said I'm gonna get finessed by, Chris? Is that the chick?
Fuck no.
I'm sorry, my internet keeps going in and out. Can you say it one more time, Clement?
Third time for a joke? No, that's gone. It's gone.
Oh, sorry. It keeps freezing. Every time you speak, it freezes.
Nah,
I'll laugh. I'll giggle just to. Yes, I'm sure it was funny.
I feel funny now.
I just want to know where this whole just because she loud and hood and boisterous mean that she more loyal than any other woman. Where did that narrative come from? Who came up with that?
They typically have higher.
Hood chicks are real loyal. Like loyal.
Loyal to what though?
I mean, everybody keeps saying though.
Exactly.
But ain't
Loyal
nobody
to what?
They
Right.
loyal.
That's
They are loyal to you.
It's women who not hood that's loyal. What does that even mean? Like, what does that mean?
They all say they loyal. What does that mean?
Loyal
They
as in
literally all say they loyal.
Just
They'll
because she'll
hold you
stick
down.
around through negativity and fuckery, that makes her loyal. That's slow.
Right.
She's slow.
Right.
That ain't
That's
loyal.
their
She's just
definition.
dumb and
Nah,
can't do better. You don't have no other
that
options.
Hold
that
up.
level of
Let Yella
loyalty.
get in there. Yella,
No,
go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say, man, that level of loyalty ain't worth the liability. You know what I mean? That's like I said, that's type of shit gonna have you on the bus talking about you going to jail today. You know what I mean? That's like it can't be that, because she's not loyal to no man. She loyal to whatever man can do for her, because she said she got a dude who provide for her financially and do all that, but he ain't relationship material. You want to know why? Because he's not there to where he gonna Bart Simpson her. And if y'all know what Bart Simpson her mean, you know what I'm saying? Is you know, he gonna put both them hands around her neck. Oh shit! And that's what she want. Plus, she probably trolling, cause I know what Chicago dialect look like. You know what I'm saying? And one, Kendra from the city, and a girl got like this West Side vibe about her, and ain't nothing low on the West Side of Chicago ever. Nothing. Man, woman, your pit bull will run away and go live with your neighbor on the West Side. Like, ain't nothing loyal.
Tony, got anything?
So,
yeah. But you gotta have some experience with it, bro. Like if you ain't never did it, like if you ain't never like really been involved in that, like I said, you ain't ever. Of course, the average person that see this woman talk, she can't be with no man, like none. So why was she loyal to the niggas that she was with? Because I promise you, if she was with a gangbanger, she was loyal. She ain't had no fucking choice but to be. That's a fact. That's a whole damn fact. Because he jealous as hell. He got motherfuckers watching her, and that's a whole fact too. That's how that life go. If you ain't never lived that life, you don't know that. She ain't out here doing all that shit. Not with that dude. You'll see a girl like that, ratchet as fuck, but she'll get with a certain nigga. You ain't see her in the club no more. You don't see her doing shit no more.
So she loyalty out of fear?
On your ass, like a whole Betty Crocker in the house all the damn time. Don't never go nowhere because she with that guy. She with that nigga. He can get her to do that. Now, how he getting her to do it could be a mixture of everything. Like you said, Bart Simpson her ass, like choke her straight the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And she know it. And if you ain't, like, that's what I said, if you're not that dude, you're not willing to go there, well, no, hell no, you can't be it. But this whole high value thing, she might as well lose that, because she is trolling, talking to anybody about how she can get a high value man. No, hell, she can't. This not gonna happen. Never. It's only one type of dude that can even might be able to date her that's not necessarily in the hood with her. And then he gonna have to be strong as shit, because it's like Jay said, you gonna get pulled down.
The man has to be a whole elephant. That's too much.
Yeah. Like that's how far away from the dating life of normalcy she is. She's way the fuck away from that. Way away from that.
Her priorities is not in order. If she, just off the strength of being on the show talking about she's looking for a guy, you're like, your priorities are totally not in order. You understand?
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
There's a whole lot of shit she need to be looking for besides a dude.
And she's one of those people that's gonna take, the good guy that has the good 9 to 5. She's gonna be calling him up. Yeah, my tire's flat.
No. She said earlier in this, she can't date a guy with a regular job. She can't do a regular job. She
gotta date. She gotta date a nigga that make cash. Like she gotta date somebody that maybe, if you're talking about not not illegal shit, maybe like a day trader or somebody like that. That's gonna be close to what she used to, because they get that kind of money.
A day trader.
Yeah, she's gonna have to be. If it ain't illegal,
man, that day trader gonna have to have did like 15 years though, man. Like he can't just be a day trader. You know what I'm saying? He gotta have some kind of element of day
from an employment standpoint.
That's what I'm saying.
That kind of job.
But for her, like for her,
see right there and then.
Like, but for her to get her rocks off, she gotta have some element of danger. Like I said, he gotta have did 15 years for an attempt,
That's
or
what I'm talking
got a couple pistol charges on the right. You know what I'm saying? Where's that dude?
Might have to lay somebody down on the first date, just to earn her
Right,
respect.
man. Just because y'all want to go to Maxwell's on Addison, because they got the 5 Polishes though. You know what I'm saying? Cut the glizzy in half, y'all. That's why that don't look that bad. You know what I'm saying? But and you know what I'm saying? She see somebody she know, some dude, last dude she was with, or some shit like that. Because them type of chicks date in the hood. I bet a couple of her baby daddies went to school together. I guarantee 2 of her baby daddies went to school together, was on 7th grade basketball team. I promise.
Danielle, we haven't really heard from you. We heard Madison come up and go on a rant, but we haven't even heard from you. What's popping? What's going on over there?
Because this is not my topic.
It's not.
I'm from the hood, but I am not of the hood. I have friends that are of the hood, and when I go see them now, I feel very antsy. I don't fit there no more, so that's not my element, and so I don't speak on it.
You a suburbanite now.
You know what? I was a suburbanite when I was living in the hood because I didn't hang out outside. Like, I was in my yard under my tree with my big box of books, watching Lifetime or Nickelodeon, like
Walmart.
My mother, my brothers, my cousins, they was not letting me hang out. Like, I can go anywhere in my hood because nobody was gonna say nothing to me. Like, it took a long time for guys who even did stuff in that neighborhood to even feel comfortable. My brother had to go to prison for people to feel comfortable to even approach me. Like, it was not going down. Like,
let's go.
They made sure that was not my element, that I did not feel comfortable.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know females like her?
Absolutely.
Do you judge them?
Yes.
Now that you're out of that environment. Or I guess when you were in that environment, I'm assuming you judge them.
I judge them now. I have I do understand the environment. And so since I'm from that environment and I do understand the environment, I'm not gonna like bash them or whatever. But absolutely I judge them because since we came from the same place, you had the same opportunities I had. Your home life, and some of these women, their home life was like, better than mine. They had way more than I had. This is just what they chose to do. It looked good. It looked glamorous. And so they chose this mindset. They chose to live this way. So yes, I do judge them, but I'm not going to like bash them or, talk about them.
Judge them as in bad. Judge them as in poor choices, or judge them as in less of a woman.
Judge them like, what is wrong with you? Why did you do that? Why are you still doing this? Like, why do you choose this? Like, what is wrong with you? I don't.
She less of a woman than me.
I got one question, and I don't want to keep piling on the question for you, but since this is like rounded all up, since you know these type of women, would they be responsive and accept your open criticism, or do they? Like, that's the thing.
I don't even waste my time to try to criticize or advise these women. I ask questions, and if you don't answer the question correctly, I shut up because you're not ready. You don't want to actually change. You just want to talk about wanting to change. And so I'm not about to waste my energy on you. I'm gonna listen to you. And I'm gonna get the fuck on because I can't stay here because you be on that bullshit and I got shit to lose. I gotta move.
Bingo. Can she get a round of applause on that? Or
I fucking respect that. Yeah, I can respect that.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Guys, I want to, if you guys have a little bit of time, Nick joining the panel. If you guys have a little bit of time, I want to do a quick reaction to another clip. This is another Tom Likas, if you guys know him. So do me a favor and mute your mics. Fair use, fair use.
I don't stand it. Like,
you have everything that you would have. You love her. She loves you. Well, you don't have sex, but so you have. See, you have to. And this is another part of the thing. You have to marry her to get sex. Now it's becoming clearer. That's why you're marrying her, because in order to get sex, she won't have sex with you without you being married to her. So now it's starting to unpeel like an onion. You have to marry her. You have no choice.
So you're saying it's impossible for an attractive guy who makes a decent amount of money to willingly want to get married just for the emotion?
I didn't say it's impossible for a guy to want something stupid. It's entirely possible.
Okay.
It's entirely possible for a man to want something stupid. But in your case, you want to have sex with her, and she won't have sex with you. So you have
sex. Trust me, it's definitely.
Oh, yes, you had enough sex. And you're 23 and you've had enough sex. You're so full of crap.
Are you serious?
There's not a man. By the way, if you've had enough sex, why are you getting married?
Because I've had enough sex.
So then why bother getting married? Why don't you just become a priest if you've had enough sex? Oh, that's right. They're doing altar boys. What?
Say that again?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I've had enough sex with random girls. That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
That's not my point. She won't have sex with you unless you marry her.
And I respect that.
No, it's not that you respect that. It's that you are pussy whipped and you want to get what you want to get, and you're going to do it any way you have to, including doing something that would not be good for you.
If I just wanted to have sex with anyone, I would just go and cheat on her.
That's not my point. You want to have sex with her. You want to have sex with her. You want to have sex with her. You started to describe what she looks like, and you're going to tell us that she's a 10 or a 9.5 or whatever, and she's so beautiful, and she's this and that, and that's why she deserves it. She deserves it. No, it's not that she deserves it. She refused you. You tried to get into the sack with her. You tried, and she said no. And so then, having sex
with her then. If I said I was having sex
you're not. You already told me the truth. You're not having sex with her. And now it becomes clear. You tried to have, as much as you say you've had enough sex, you also tried to have sex with her. And she's the first one who said no.
Okay. So, the question that I wanted to drop to that. Marrying young majority of the time is a bad idea. That boy was 23 years old. He wanted to marry this chick. He called up saying, this is a really good idea. I think I really like her, blah, blah, blah. After dissecting, finds out that they've never had sex yet. They've been dating he proposed to her after 3 months. And that's where we're at. So what do you guys think? CJ. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Neek, let's get you since you just came on the panel. How you doing, by the way?
Great. I wish I had some tequila, but good. What I said earlier in the post: sex, drugs, and alcohol. Vegas, baby. So that.
Congrats. Yeah. Your anniversary recently came up. Yeah. Congratulations.
Yes, the day after Christmas, before we had kids, we was married and together for like so long before we had kids. So we used to celebrate it a lot before. So yeah, we did it this year. But that's crazy. Yeah, you shouldn't get married young. Just speaking from somebody who got married older, if I was young and I experienced the things I'm experiencing being married now, I probably would be divorced. So, nah, you should not get married when you're young. It's really bad idea, and I definitely agree with that statement. It's just crazy that it's just the way that, society goes. Like they see that I'm supposed to get married, I'm supposed to settle down, I'm supposed to do this. They structured it that way. So it's kind of like that's what he's following. So he doesn't really get it, I guess, that way.
So for both men, you're talking for both boys and girls, though. You're saying this, right?
Yeah, for
Neither
women
should
and
get
men. Yes, definitely. Women and men, you should. I'm not saying women should just be giving it away like that, but men should be more experienced to me than the woman. But you know, it can be fun if you're a more experienced woman to be with a man who's not, to show him what it's supposed to be like. Sometimes, you know,
No,
I don't know. It
Yeah,
might
y'all
be
don't
fun
agree with
one
that.
time. It might be. I don't know. I'm old now. I can't do it. I'm just wondering. I'm, you know. But I don't want. Normally, you know, you get married. I don't want somebody that don't know what they doing at all. Would never marry somebody. So I think a man should have way more sexual experience than a woman, but the woman should know their bodies and should, you know, be able to experience other men in the sense of getting to know them, other character types. Like women should be studying the character of a man more than the wallet, more than his money. And at 23, that's all you even think about is money and, you know, wanting to go here and that. You ain't thinking about life after that.
Chris, you agree? Disagree? What are we talking?
I think women should get married a little bit younger. I think it makes sense for women to get married a little bit younger. For me, the age range is like 23 to 26. I think that's an okay range for women to start considering marriage, start working towards it. I think it makes sense for men to start getting married after around 30, 35, 40, or basically whenever they're stable, like when they're ready to start buying a house, when they can take care of a family. That's when I think it makes sense for a man to get married. That can happen at 25 for a man. Do I think he's necessarily ready for marriage at 25? Everyone's different, but typically I think statistically and just thinking about like growth and how things work today, I think men a little bit older, you know, middle age, women a little bit younger.
Okay. So like that chick that we just looked at with Kendra, her age. You're saying that should be married.
How old was she? Did she say her age?
She was early 20s, like maybe like 22.
Based on her attitude, I feel like it adds like she looked 35. She sounded 35. Her attitude aged her to me. She should be working towards marriage. She should be investing in being a wife. She's not doing that. Well, she's not investing in being a wife to what I would consider a dependable, honorable man. But yeah, if she's 22, yeah, she should be getting her priorities straight.
Okay. Jay.
See, I've never been married or I've never had like the high school sweetheart. So I would, if a man has his like high school sweetheart from ages like 16 to 23 or 24, I would say, you know, take a chance. But for the average guy who's went through college, you haven't found your girlfriend or your wife, I would say men don't really figure it out in most cases until after 30. Like your 20s, you destroy everything. Your 30s, you clean it up. If you can meet someone mid 30s, I would say that's about that time. But no, I wouldn't. If you don't have someone that's been in your life for a period of time before you're 23, don't get married. Figure your stuff out.
Do anybody even want the same things at 23 as they would at 30, men or women? Like, don't you change? I know I changed a lot from 23 to 30.
I mean, I would say for men, it's pretty black and white. Like for closer to our 30s, that's when we start seeing when we start actually seeing quality of women. Prior to that, there's no quality. It's just keep running up those numbers. That's really just it. Honestly, like For men, it's just sex for a long time until we kind of get that click where we're kind of like, oh, I kind of want kids. Wait a minute, I gotta actually look at these chicks that I'm actually trying to talk to. But prior to that moment, it's just sex.
But at my 20s, I was not thinking about I want to get married and all that other stuff. Now in my 20s, I was trying to have fun my own self. Not as fun like sexually, but I was trying to meet different people, travel different places, go see different, be in different relationships. I didn't have a lot of them because the way I am, if I find somebody, I'm gonna stay with you until you don't want me no more. Then we done. But say, or if you cheated or whatever, because I wasn't married. But at 23, I was nowhere near ready to have a baby and be married. Nowhere near. I mean, maybe some women are, but
most.
Not me.
You said most are?
Most. I said maybe some women are.
No, I'm saying most. Speaking for you, most.
No, not most. Most 23-year-olds are ready to get married. A woman, just because she's a woman, she's ready to get married at 23.
No, not necessarily.
16 to 23 was a fun time for y'all, yo.
No, I didn't have no fun at 16. I didn't have fun till I went to college.
But this is why usually older established men date younger women, because the older women seem to get, the more damage and the more baggage comes with that. And most dudes don't want to deal with that.
Okay, well, how do you grow? How do you grow and learn things?
Grow with your husband.
No, you can grow and learn things without a husband. What are you talking about? Everybody has to grow and learn things.
That's how
damage accumulates.
How do you grow? When do you grow your most? When shit is hard. When
you go through hardship with your husband.
When you have
as a younger woman,
you have to rip down that shit and rebuild it. That's when you grow. And you can't grow with that man. You can't grow just with one man the whole time from 20.
Yes, you can.
Oh, you cannot.
Okay, so I would like to say
long ass marriage
growth,
is bad, bro.
Growth don't require trauma.
Thank you.
Like real talk.
I didn't say it require, but I said that it helps.
Nah, it don't. Because
yes,
see, that's
it
the
does.
thing about it. Hold on. Check me out. I'm gonna say it don't because that's what y'all been fed as black women. Y'all most examples of what love look like is Mary J crying or Summer Walker crying about a man. Like y'all don't need to suffer if y'all stop trying to jump from man to man to man and get married at like 23, 24. Like you said, you got college. College is what, 18 to 21. That's reasonable, man. Ain't nobody gonna knock you because you shouldn't even be taking life seriously. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You know what I'm saying? You young. But by the time you come up out of college and now you want to have your 3 or 4 phase, no, stop playing. That's how you gonna end up 30 with baggage, possibly a kid, a baby daddy who might be in jail, and you might be on Kendra's show talking about I need a man who's gonna help me take care of my kids. That's what happens when you run head first into trauma as black women. I say it all the time. I give y'all the most shit, but I plead to y'all, black women, love does not require trauma.
That's a fact.
Round of applause.
What are you talking about? Love. Did I say love requires trauma?
I said growth. Same thing. Growth does not require trauma.
No, love is not growth.
I originally said
He originally said growth. Yeah.
So I'm sorry if I misspoke the second time.
For me,
and Yella, we are the only group of people that promote struggle love.
No
other community promotes struggle love. We are the only group that makes songs literally about struggle love.
That's not true.
All of our art, bro. All of our art. Think about all the good black love stories that you done seen on TV.
Do y'all listen to country music? Do anybody on here listen to country music?
No.
Oh, well, go listen to country music. Country music is the same as
Tennessee
R&B
whiskey.
It just got a different beat.
Whiskey.
So no, they also talk about struggle and loving. But at 23,
because they woman left them and took the dog and the pickup truck.
At 23,
that's different,
what
right?
I look for in a man, or what I was wanting, it's the same. I think that's because I wasn't in a relationship. I could have got married at 23 if I would have found somebody who was serious, and I absolutely grew the most in the last 9 years of meeting my husband. because before I met him, I was all about myself. There was no growth to be done. I was building myself. I was learning myself for what I could learn, but I couldn't learn or grow because I didn't have no experience in it. I had my ideas, but without that experience, there was no growth. Since I met him, I've learned a lot more about myself. I've learned a lot more about love. I've learned a lot more about life. So I've definitely had the most growth since I've been in this one relationship.
And that's what happens when you meet good men. You grow
Yeah,
with them.
facts though. And you picked a good one. Shit, you picked a good one. So I give you that. But just imagine if you'd have picked a good one like 10 years ago.
I didn't pick him though.
Or picked you, however.
And that's what I said. Had I found a good man at that age, I could have married that young.
I'm not gonna ask you directly how old you are because I forgot. So I don't want you to have to repeat it again.
38 on the 18th.
All right, hey, all right. So you mean to tell me in the 20 plus years that you've been dating, you ain't experienced no good dudes? You ain't passed over no good dudes, huh? You ain't skipped over not one marriageable dude.
None that it was one guy that I wanted to marry. But he wasn't ready. And he didn't realize what I was until he had a kid. And then he called me and was like, hey, I did not know that you was loving me how you was loving me until I had my baby. And when I felt her love, I said, bam, that's what she gave me. Like, he didn't know. But prior to that, no, I didn't. I liked guys, but I wasn't even willing to.
How old was he at that point in time?
He said, what? That's what I'm saying. He said, what?
Wow. So we was very, very young. I met him at 19.
Yeah. He wasn't trying to do none of that.
No. He didn't even understand it.
And that was the thing. It wasn't that he wasn't trying to. It was that he didn't understand it.
Yeah.
He absolutely made
sure he wanted. Even if he wanted, he can't even.
And that's absolutely what it was. It was never that he did not want me. He just did not understand, and he had his own traumas to deal with, and his own rejection, and things that he needed to deal with. But the only thing is that now that he done recognized it and healed himself, it's too late. But in those years of dating, I met guys that I liked, but none that I was willing to take a risk for. So I don't know if they were marriageable or not because they wasn't for me.
That kind of changes your answer then. Because you verify, you was like, no, there's not been no marriageable men. Now you're telling me you didn't investigate far enough. If we all just saw Spider-Man, you didn't ask no questions, you didn't talk to them.
If I'm dating if I'm dating you, I am assessing you. I don't have to ask you questions. We're gonna be around each other. I'm gonna see how you move and how you deal with life and what your relationships are. And based off what I see, that's what's gonna let me know if you're marriageable or not for me. And if I don't like what I see, then we're just gonna have fun.
Okay, I can respect it.
And I wasn't pressed to be married. I could have been married. It would have been nice, but
were you?
None of them was like him. You the one. Like, no.
Were you advised? That's the wrong word. Advised to get married. Were you influenced to get married? Like, was it around you? Was it something you saw that you were like, I definitely want this?
Nope.
Gotcha.
My grandmother was married, but that wasn't something I wanted. My mother was married, but he left before I was 6 months. My aunties was married, but they got divorced. I saw a lot of marriages, but they weren't successful. But I didn't have to see marriage in my personal life. I was just telling them this before we got on here. I learned to love off movies and music. And so I didn't let what I see damage me and what I wanted. I watched what I watched, and it influenced me to want that and to be like, I can do that. I mean, it wasn't like dire, but it was like, I can do that. That looks good. It looked better than what I was seeing in my life.
Yeah, that's good. That's excellent. And that's part of the problem with some people, because they'll take what they see, what they read in books, and what they see on TV, and those expectations that it be placed on us. We'll have to be super Negroes. You know what I'm saying? We'll have to be the dude from the novel, which is not reality. You know what I mean? Like, we are fallible.
I don't think what I took from those movies and music was what I wanted my man to be. What I took from the movies and music was how I was gonna love.
I got you.
Maddie, what's going on?
I just wanted to come on here real quick and just kind of give
Shoot someone out.
No, not John. No, I'm not coming for him again. But I just wanted to say I'm so thankful for just the foundation of how I was raised, because my parents are still married and they've shown me what a good relationship looks like. And it really made a difference. So I think that a lot of the times we can get caught up in like the black and white, like, oh, women should think like this, and if they think like this, they'll get a man, and this will happen and that will happen. And I think a lot of the times we can be insensitive to people who didn't have that upbringing, because I get on the phone with my mom all the time and I'm like, thank you so much for teaching me everything that you have and for showing me that example. And even if they did go through stuff, I wasn't really aware because it wasn't my business. And that was for them to handle. And they still came home at the end of the day and showed me what a real relationship looked like. So I think because having that foundation, I'm more inclined to want to get married. I'm more inclined to step into good relationships and healthy relationships. And also seeing, we don't have to learn through going through our own trauma. Like it was stated earlier, I think seeing other people go through stuff kind of makes you not want to go through it yourself. At least for me, it did. When I saw my friends go through stuff, I was like, I don't even want to date. I didn't even really look at dating. I was just kind of like, whatever comes to me, comes to me. I'm going to just try to be the
best. Did your parents stress getting into something, or did your parents actually get together when they were younger?
No, my parents did not. My parents did. What'd you say?
So they got together later on in life.
Yes, they got together later on in life. And yeah, I just wanted to come on here, though, and say that a lot of times it's perspective. I mean, I don't know how that lady was raised earlier, but I definitely know that what you put out is what you're going to get. And a lot of the times we just have to look at ourselves. I mean, I can't say that she's, going to be single and lonely for the rest of her life. She might find herself a hood man and be content with that. That might be her piece. But at the end of the day, that's her business. Okay. But I just know, like we talked about, the energy you put out is what you're going to get. And I just want to say thank you to my parents publicly on live.
Shout out to them. Shout out to your parents. Do you think marrying young majority of the time is a bad idea?
I think that definitely depends. I don't think it's a bad idea, but I would say with nowadays with social media and Instagram, it depends on how you are. If you're always how you are in your personality, if you're always looking for something perfect and the next best thing, and you're getting caught up in, infatuation and thrill and all of this stuff and not being realistic, then it can be bad for you. Just depends.
When you said your parents were married later on in life, what age would you say approximately?
My mom was actually 35 and my dad was 40 something. I think they're 10 years apart. But my mom actually had a kid and was in a really bad relationship prior to that and was divorced and then got remarried. But I came out of the remarriage and they've been together for 26 years now. So not everything is black and white. A lot of the times we say, like, I know there's that notion single mothers can't get kids or can't get married or they're distasteful and da-da-da. While I do understand that to some degree, I just think that not every situation is as black and white as that.
I don't know. I think if anything, because we try to look for the nuances so much in a lot of things, we fail in giving the right message to the younger crowd, because we say, oh, it doesn't matter even if you feel this way. Sometimes it's because of this, but it doesn't apply to everyone. Whereas there's blanket statements that can be made and it's actually factual for the majority of people.
I think that nothing is 100% exact. You're always going to have deviations, and I guess you can look at the norm versus the deviations. I would say my mom is a part of the deviation because she married a quote unquote high value man who took care of her, bought her a house, and did all of this grandiose stuff, and she lived a good life. But I would say that not all people that have kids and have babies and young or whatever situation may be are going to end up in that situation. Like, it just depends. And that's why, I mean, I'm not a very black and white person. I know you are, but I definitely do think a lot of things are circumstantial. Like, yeah, I could say if my mom was ratchet and had a kid out of wedlock and did all of this stuff and didn't think that she needed to work on herself, yeah, probably she's wouldn't be in that situation. But that wasn't who she was. So a lot of things are circumstantial. Yeah, there's blanket statements, but there's also deviations.
I think the black and white part are the standards. Like you basically mentioned that your mom wasn't ratchet. She probably carried herself very well, and she was able to attract your father. You have to have standards, and that is what's black and white. It can look different for everybody. The age can be different for everybody. My mom remarried with 4 children. So the man she married had 4 children and then had me on the way. And they're divorced now, but they stayed together my whole life. I think they divorced when I was like 19. Wow. But they got married, and I never really knew they had issues. Like, they kept a lot of their issues to themselves, and they kept me very happy growing up. So it is circumstantial, but at the same time, I think what needs to be highlighted was that my mom carried herself very, very well. Right? You know, she didn't raise her children. Like, she worked very hard to not raise her children in LA, to not raise them in the hood. You know, she broke her back trying to make sure she raised us well, or she raised my siblings well when she was on her own. You have to have standards. You have to carry yourself in a way that's going to attract the things that you want to attract the life that you're looking for. A single mother can definitely get married. Even that woman in that video, she could definitely change. Sorry to hear my niece. She can definitely change her life around, but she has to meet a certain standard in order to do so. And that nuance there is what's screwing people over, is telling women that they can get whatever they want, whatever they dream for, and they don't have to put any work into themselves. It takes work. You know, it's just like anything else. You have to take an SAT. You have to do certain things in order to get certain opportunities. It's there, but if you're not in the right place to receive them, you can't complain that they're not coming to you.
I agree. I think it's a lot to do with introspection too. Like, I think a lot of times we have to really look at ourselves and ask ourselves what we want out of the situation or out of our lives, so that we can be that, you know, productive, tolerable person in society that gets the things that we want to get. You know, I mean, look at your actions and look at your results. And if they're not lining up, you know, something's amiss.
I think that we have such like a cheap mindset. Like we're stuck where we are. That loyalty is the standard, and that's all. There's nothing above that. That trauma is what is needed in order to grow. Like, it's just such a cheap mindset where we can't think beyond that. Maybe you can have these things if you just work towards it. Everything requires, I guess, scarcity in order for us to think that it's worth it. And I don't understand that at all. There are things that you can strive for, that you can get. It doesn't have to be something that's limited. It's so strange to me. It's very, very strange.
Okay.
Call me after this.
I'm going to throw one more question out to the panel, and then because we went overtime, we're in overtime right now. So last question to the panel for the night. If the sex is bad, don't complain that she stepped out. If the sex is bad, don't complain that she stepped out. John. Tell me, John.
I mean, nigga, you know you couldn't fuck. She shouldn't keep letting you think you can. She need to talk to you, tell you what she like. And that's why you need that practice before you even get talking about getting married. That's why get married young. Like, what's the purpose in it? What's the point? You ain't ready to fucking get married at no damn 23 and you a man. You ain't ready, bro. You trying to fuck something. And that's just the bottom line. I don't like the dude on the reaction video, right? His whole fucking point of getting married is sex. That's all we think about at 23, bro. And you'll get one dude, not me. I was thinking about getting my master's, moving on. Nigga, you the only one, nigga, because all your homeboys were thinking about what bitch they gonna get drunk and fuck tonight. That's what they was thinking about. That's why 6 of them didn't come back next semester. You feel me? While y'all was in grad school, 2 of them niggas flunked out of there too. The grades was just horrible. Man, dudes ain't thinking like that. You ain't even got the fucking resources at 23 to get married. How is it that the average fucking income is under 45,000? You 23, you're not in that group, nigga. Your average income is like 19,000. Who the fuck you supposed to marry with that? You can only live in Alabama, Georgia, certain parts of Texas. You fuck around and move out west and your wife is a prostitute immediately if y'all want to pay rent. I mean, that's just the way that works. Nigga, who you gonna marry at fucking 23? Who? It can be done. Should it be done? No. Your eyes wonder, nigga, our eyes wonder till we blind. Like forever. We are motivated by what we see. And as for the sex, you should have been spending all that time learning how to fuck. Letting these girls talk about your ass and tell you how terrible you were because your wife, she love you. She don't want to hurt your feelings. Oh, yeah, daddy. Oh, yeah, daddy. Oh, I'm coming.
So
faking like a motherfucker. You ain't got no stroke. You stroking like an 84-year-old Mr. Henry talking about some, yeah, good, huh? I'm in there now, baby. Yeah, daddy. Yeah, daddy. Shit.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that. She need to just tell you, but she ain't gonna do it. That's your job. So yeah, you can complain that she stepped out.
So what? Okay, because I was watching another video. Where she did tell him, but his ego couldn't handle it. So that's why she ended up stepping out, because she tried to work with him on, like, try to talk to him about it, try to like coddle his ego, but say like, yo, like this is what I want, but he wasn't having it. He wasn't hearing it.
Some people just ain't got it.
Absolutely.
It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to it, motherfucker just ain't got it.
But I got a question. I just thought about something. Sorry. Okay. You mean to tell me you had to marry this nigga to find out that he can't fuck?
Yeah, because you said women shouldn't be going out there fucking.
I ain't saying that.
This is a marriage situation.
I don't care nothing about body count. But what I'm saying is,
no, I wasn't on mute.
How did she know that this
Random outburst.
This nigga couldn't fuck?
No, that's a valid question though. Like, she said yes to this guy, knowing that he can't fuck.
So why she say
now decides to cheat on him later on?
Maybe she was a virgin. Was she a virgin when she met him?
Yeah, right. What year was this? What year? How old are they? What? Let's talk about this.
No, this was relevant.
So,
this was like
I'm just saying they're all virgins. They're rare, but they are
whatever. Like a fucking unicorn.
It's way more man virgins than it is female.
Who ain't had sex till they got married. They was old. They was like in their 30s.
So how she know what good sex is versus bad sex?
That means she had it, I guess.
That's right. She's got a damn sample size.
All right,
what's good and what's bad. Right. So she been getting them damn them cheeks clapped. You know, she want Tyrone and she married JoJo. So
I think he has a right to be mad that she stepped out, because she didn't say, I'm gonna go get dick somewhere else if you don't do what I want you to do. Did she say those words?
If she tried to talk to him about it and he wasn't receptive.
So what? But she didn't be specific and say, you know what, I'm just gonna go get it from somewhere else if she don't want to give it to me. She didn't say that, so I would still be mad. I'd be mad. That don't give her the right to do that.
I think. So this question is related to a married couple?
It was a married couple
Or are you
with
just
a kid.
speaking in general?
No, it was a married couple with
a
a kid. Yeah. They had a kid together.
See.
He called into a show to break up with her over the show.
Damn.
And then this started to become unraveled the more questions they asked, because they were like, yo, I called your job. They said you weren't there. You did this, XYZ. And she was just like, yo, like I was out with a man. And he was like, I knew you were cheating on me. Like, yeah, he knew how to fuck me better. He pulled my hair the way I wanted. He smacked my ass the way I wanted. Like, I told you about it, and you just didn't do it. And he's like, I can't believe you. I can't believe,
man.
Yeah.
Man, like that, bro.
Yellow said, man, she trying to meet Bart Simpson, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying, man. You going to jail today?
Listen, that's why the radio show host kind of started pulling it out of her, because it's kind of like, listen, you're already caught at this point. You might as well let him know. Like, would you let him hit one more time? And she was like, I mean, if he's gonna actually try to please me, yeah, like, I mean, I don't mind. And he was just like, nah, fuck that, I can't do it. Like, you're a slut. Like, go in.
Right. Know your worth, King.
I mean,
know your worth, King.
So pretty much, she was like, "I'm gonna give my husband one more chance to prove what he's capable of."
After
do you hear what this shit sound like? Like, say that shit. Come on, Jay. Say it out loud one more fucking time for the people in the back, so you can hear how fucking stupid that shit sounds. Say it one more time, Jay.
Yeah, but.
So pretty much, she's trying to tell her husband.
She knew she was caught. She was like, "All right, listen, I'm just gonna let you know." And she said out loud to Rick, like, he can't fuck, and he was just going off. Like he didn't. You could tell he didn't want to hear it, and that's why. Because she said it too. It's like, I've been trying to talk to him about it for years, but his ego is so fragile, and that's when he flipped. I don't have an ego. Like. She's like, yeah, but I'm telling you, I want my hair pulled. I want my ass. Like, I want all the regular shit, actually, the normal shit. He didn't want to do any of that, and
man, I can't be mad at her though. I can't be mad at her. The more I sit here and think about it, I can't be mad at her, man. You gotta fuck your wife, man. I'm sorry.
Nah, you can be mad at her because she should have figured that out before they got married. Man.
Yes.
She should have let him know, yo, I am a complete deviant.
Yes.
Complete deviant. I like this nastiness. I like that nastiness. If you can't comply, then we got a problem. Even at your worst, if you can't comply with these things that I like, we can't do it.
So not even if she warned him, like,
you pick a person, that's one.
Like we've been living in an era of red flags. Like, she gave food red flags the whole time. She was telling him, like, you're not clapping the cheeks sufficiently, and he wasn't listening.
But she was reaching out though. Like, if she was reaching out and he wasn't receptive to it,
bro.
Yeah, that's something different.
This ain't the fucking time you reach out though. Bro, you don't reach out.
No, she's saying she been reaching out. She's saying she been talking to him.
She should have talked to him before they got married. Right. That's all I'm saying. I don't disagree with what y'all saying. I'm talking about she like the timing ain't good. That's what I'm saying. She need to reset her timing belt.
Oh yeah, I can agree with that.
She was married to him on a condition, thinking that he was going to change and get better if he listens to me. So why would you do that? That's expectation.
Yeah, like why would, like for instance, I'll use this for instance. Y'all done been on the podcast with me for a long time. You already know how I feel about this. I ain't gonna marry no girls. Don't suck dick. Like, if you don't suck dick, I don't want to marry you. I can't be. I'm a cheat. I know I'm a cheat. I know this for a fact. But I'm gonna tell you that before we talk about some fucking marriage, we're not even gonna talk about a relationship if you ain't talking about giving no fucking head. If you talking to me, if I put that thing in front of you, you trip like, I don't do that. Oh, let me get my keys. We ain't got a guy. I thought you were this not no more. You just told me you hate my fucking guts. I didn't say I hate you. If you don't like him in your mouth, you hate the fuck out of me because I can't be here. I gotta go. I just gotta go. And you can't just change up on somebody. I might meet a bitch who like to whip niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, she needs to tell me this shit up front. You just gonna jump out the closet one day with a fucking black mask on to my bend over, nigga. I ain't doing that shit. Bitch, I'll fight your ass today. That's the one time I believe I might hit a motherfucker, bro. Like, you don't do that shit. We've been married 5 years, and one day you decide you just want to, I'm in the S&M. You wasn't in the S&M 5 years ago. When did this start? No, you don't do nobody like that. All of a sudden, this nigga ain't never pulled your hair right, and you just gonna marry him, have a baby with him, and now he just can't fuck no more, like at all. That's not fair. That ain't right. Yeah, he should be mad. Poor fella.
He should be mad, and she should be gone. But I'm trying to look at it because I don't want to keep beating him. I want to give it a benefit of the doubt. I'm sitting over here trying. All right, I'm sitting over here trying to give it a benefit of the doubt. All right. So I'm trying. No, because I can understand that shit. Because I'm a sexual being, and if my knees ain't met, I'm gonna be gone.
Out this bitch.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of see what he's saying. So it's I don't want to speak out of turn. So I'll ask the ladies, and y'all don't have to directly answer, but I couldn't answer. But the way y'all like it changed after a while. So if they was one of them situations we talking about where you getting married young, they might have been married and it might have been different. She better have been cool with a little missionary, you know what I'm saying? And all that type of shit. But now she watching Harlem and shit, and she watching 50 Shades of Grey now, and she might want to, you know what I'm saying, be in a headlock. And she might want to be in a headlock. Who knows? But that's what I'm thinking. And like maybe she was trying to warn him and inform him, and he, you know, nigga missed the sign.
His ego was in the way.
Passive aggressive stuff. Just tell it outright.
That show Harlem. That show was
Got
hilarious.
him. You see?
Oh boy, had his legs up.
Oh, you are. Yeah, it is good.
I mean, I see what Yella talking about. I feel you. I like Yella. I'm with you, bro. I feel what you're saying. I feel what you. It do change, bro. But okay. So on her defense, as a man, right? If you done made this long ass term commitment called marriage, right? Then you can't, just like you don't want her letting herself go. You got to kind of keep yourself up, stretch. You know what I'm saying? Do you some Pilates, some shit. You know what I'm saying? Watch you some up-to-date porn, not that old shit, but some up-to-date porn, and learn some new moves and try this shit out on this motherfucker. Like, this your wife, nigga. Just like she got to please you, you got to please her back. Get with a lesbian and become hell of a damn pussy. That's all I know to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna have to do something, because you can't just expect her. Like, you can't expect just not to satisfy this woman and she be okay with it. Because as a dude, I know I wouldn't. If you just don't, I mean, but it don't take much for me. You just gotta, you know what I'm saying? This sloppy 3000, nigga. We in here. I don't give a fuck how you move.
Lock 3000.
Hell yeah, nigga. Lockjaw. That's what I'm talking about. Shit. We good, boo. I'm going nowhere. Be like, bitch, don't talk to me. I'm so married. I am so married. Thank you. Bye-bye. Nice. Thank you. Bye. Like that. Faithful as hell.
Danielle? You've been awfully silent over there in the corner.
What I'm supposed to say? She's supposed to suffer because she's married?
Yeah, you can say that.
I would not say that.
Elaborate. What would you say then?
I wouldn't say that just, cheat on your husband. I would say if you try and he ain't listening to you, you should leave.
Did he play a part in that, though?
Yeah, he can't fuck.
That's the part they thought he played?
That's the part he played, yes. If he can't fuck, and I told you, and then it wasn't like, it didn't sound like what you said was hard stuff. To pull her hair is not hard.
Mm-hmm.
To smack her butt is not hard. She didn't say she needed some extra inches.
I bet she would have gave him some after that radio show. He'd have fucking pulled her hair out by the roots.
They should go to that place on that sex love goop show. She should have took him to that sex love goop place. That
sex
show.
Love and Goop, yeah.
Yeah, she should try that.
She got him primed though. He primed. He primed to have like for him to be a cuckold. He all primed up, ego damaged. All she got to do is mend it.
What is that?
A little bit.
What is that?
He'll do whatever the fuck she wants.
You remember when we watched that video of the guy that would sit in the corner and watch the dudes
that was on the phone?
Yeah, exactly him.
That's a cuck.
Y'all trying to create a supervillain. Y'all really trying to create. This sounds like the origin story of a Marvel supervillain. I ain't got no parts of this. Do not encourage that man. He done got embarrassed on the radio. Nah.
He embarrassed himself. He the one called that girl.
I mean, you know,
he set this whole thing up.
He didn't, man.
He set this whole thing up. He had no idea where it was gonna go.
Who do that?
He on a dangerous. He going down a dangerous slope, man. Leave that man alone. Let him go be in the corner.
He fell down that slope already. Yeah,
he don't need to be around her safety and danger.
Bruh, he did he did that shit that Grandpa told you don't never do. Don't you never ask questions,
bro, man.
That you don't want to know the answer to, son. So he did it. He set this shit up just like back in the day. Motherfuckers will call on three-way, see if she'll talk to you. Then you find out your homeboy actually got some game, and she like, I've been liking you. And then you come off, oh, I knew you like this motherfucker. I knew you was cheating on me.
And then you're all mad, but it's like you can't be mad.
You mad as hell now. You don't
be mad.
You asked the question you didn't want to know.
Does everyone on the panel agree that he played a part in this, though?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He played a part.
And it's like if he would have put in the effort to get better than he put in to find out if she was cheating, he probably would have been somewhere.
Exactly.
This dude set up an FBI sting.
Hell no.
I mean,
I need was Chris Hansen to come out
with one hand and smack her ass. Oh, unless you need both hands around her hips to keep that motherfucker in. Now that's different. We didn't even think about that, bro. He might physically not been able to do that shit. Y'all didn't think about
I didn't see any video. There wasn't video, so
it could have been a lot of slippage. You feel me? Like he just slipped right out, like every time. He couldn't use. He needed both his hands. That bitch.
Listen, she shouldn't have cheated. I don't think that was the case here.
That's genetics. He couldn't help that.
I think you should have just put a ski mask on and break in, man. Instead of setting that whole phone call up, man, you should have just put on a ski mask, broke in, and be like, "Yo, this is me."
This is me, man. This is what you created.
Yeah. Kick the door in. Oh my God. Yeah, this is what you like right here. Bend over the chair.
What if he doesn't want to go that far because maybe he might go too far? Maybe he know himself. He like, maybe I don't want to go too far. I might go way over too far.
No, he just doesn't know.
Triggers
he
him.
doesn't know how far. He just doesn't know how far. That's what it is.
Right. Next thing you know, he gonna be the Gimp off Pulp Fiction and shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be in his motherfucker with leather suits on, climbing out of boxes and shit. Telling y'all, man, y'all sending that man down the wrong path. Y'all creating a supervillain, bro.
Poor man. But guys, we are 40
and if it's not
minutes
you, if you're not built that way, you don't need to do it.
Yeah, get in the gym before you get in the ring, goddamn.
I'm gonna do one last shout out to everyone that is on the panel. We got Danielle.
Hi, my name is Danielle. You can find me on Instagram at Fly Nurse Mom Wife and on YouTube at My Sister's Keeper.
We got John.
Hey, what up, everybody? You can find me on YouTube, Black Wall Street Trading LLC, or on Instagram at behavior_consultant.
We got Yellow.
Yeah, I don't have a YouTube, but if you see, you can follow me on twitch.tv/Yella. You know, we do a little bit of this content over there, and we also do some gaming. So if you want to see me be really bad at shooting games, come check me out.
Shout out to that. We got Jay.
What up? My name is Jay. As y'all see, I have a YouTube channel I just started. It's called A Story to Tell. My _got a story. That's my Instagram. So come check me out. Tell me what you think.
We got Neek.
Hi, Neek at Night. You can find me on Instagram as Married Ladies Opinions. You can go on our Facebook page and go join our private Facebook group, 3 Married Ladies Opinions Facebook group. You can also check out our website, 3mloshop.com, and you can see our podcast. See our podcast on YouTube, 3MLO, 3 Married Ladies Opinions, or you can also see it on Spotify. And we do, we talk about marriage. We talk about what you should know before marriage, after marriage, open marriages, and any type of relationship, even singles and people trying to find a relationship. We talk about all of that. So come check us out. Thank you, CKQ.
Of course. Last but not least, we got Chris.
Hello, I'm Chris. You guys can find me on YouTube at The Blooming Ebony and also on Instagram at The Blooming Ebony. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful night. Happy blooming. Thanks for having me again, CKQ.
Of course, always. If you haven't already, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern every single week. We go live. Every day we drop a video at 12:30 p.m. Eastern on this channel. It's going to be clips from different shows, different seasons, and but it's always going to be fun. It's always going to be a good conversation. It's always going to be people speaking their minds. Some might disagree, but it's always going to be in good fun. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a fantastic night of conversation. We will see you next week.
If we're doing everything right, I think we should be vetting our wives, like go to their parents, go to their fathers.
They know they shouldn't have let me start speaking my mind in the booth, start speaking the truth. Might get shocked.
I think you're just saying, okay, actions have consequences, and I'm not going to support this person's actions. Like, you don't have to cancel them and say, like, I hate you.
Innocent lives have to die.
But the whole thing is men are I also. That man was on the other side doing the exact same thing, and his decision with his eyes was to walk away.
Inside your soul.
Now we can paint the perfect picture without belittling each other, because under God's system,
we are equipped to handle that responsibility, but not every man is fit to handle that responsibility.
I done seen Flint, Michigan,
and it's just being
cities. They pissing in project buildings that got a roof that leaks, resulting in missing ceilings. Hard to sleep. Children going to schools dealing issues deep.
So I think society does make it more difficult for short men, but I don't think that it's impossible that they can find someone.
And expecting you to do your part. It ain't hard to see they trying to keep black in the back, just like Rosa Parks. Cops shooting blacks as if they get a token from God. School rob you with needed resources.
Is the weaker vessel and the more vulnerable.
Absolutely, 100%.
You don't look at the man like, oh, poor son, you were violated. No, you like, right.
And nobody.
They shift my stick like some cars. And when you're lonely in your darkest thoughts, come, I know it's hard, but God shines his light on all I play their part. And it's the start.
Put myself in a situation where I can only rely on a man. Like if I'm married and being a stay-at-home mom, I need to have a backup in case anything happens. I can't only rely on him. You know what I'm saying?
A flower will grow once you plant the seed inside your soul.
I'm a poet, and the best part of me shows it. Here to speak the message, what is known, but not what it takes to expose it. Listen closer as I take you on.